media running to ground any possible threat, and agents seized 95 rogue drones in FIFA's no-fly zone.
Almost all of the drones that we seized were from hobbyists, enthusiasts, content creators.
Graham says the pilots get a court date and likely must pay a fine to get the drones back. In Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
89 degrees in Atlanta. When do we see more widespread rain? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. This just in from the Georgia DOT. The full closure of the west side perimeter is canceled for this weekend due to weather concerns and will be rescheduled. This is part of the ongoing project from South Atlanta Road to Paces Ferry Road. President Trump says he'll attend a dignified transfer of U.S. service members killed in the Middle East fighting last week.
I'll be going to Dover for something that I feel it's a great honor for me to do it.
The dignified transfer is delayed, but no time and place has been announced yet. One of the service members killed, 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan, lived mainly in Georgia. The State Department announces today Secretary of State Marco Rubio will be hosting the G20 summit in Atlanta October 30th and 31st. The meeting will bring together foreign ministers and senior officials from the world's leading economies to discuss shared priorities focused on economic prosperity, energy security, and technological innovation. The nation's health secretary says the parasite outbreak that's made people sick in more than 30 states is under control, but Georgia Senator John Ossoff is demanding answers.
Senator Ossoff sends Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. a letter asking him to explain why he shut down the CDC's required surveillance of the parasite.
The CDC had a long-standing program called FoodNet to track Cyclospora, and last year Robert F. Kennedy shut that down as he has undertaken this attempt to demolish the CDC.
Ossoff says that includes slashing the Atlanta-based agency's workforce and publicly demonizing it. He says it's very worrisome for families across the country and here in Georgia. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
The city of Atlanta offers a new program to help people behind on their water bills. Through Promise Pay, eligible customers can enroll in customized repayment plans ranging from 2 to 12 months. It is now 3:03, and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, here is Alex Williams.
Just found this other crash in Marietta-ville. Been a rough day in Cobb. This one's I-75 southbound at the South 120 loop, South Marietta Parkway, exit 263. It's knocking out at least one left lane, I think possibly two of them, and it is pretty jammed up back toward Highway 5, the Canton Road connector. You can use Highway 41 as an alternate. Now over in DeKalb County in Tucker, left lane crash, 285 northbound, the inner loop, La Vista Road, exit 37. That's causing delays back to Church Street in Clarkston. 85 northbound in Gwinnett County, cleared up some trouble around Beaver Ruin Road. That's just going to keep that ride in slow motion, leaving 285. And over on that west side perimeter, don't forget, right lane construction is going to continue. This is where that closure was going to be built that you mentioned has been canceled, but they're going to continue with the right lane construction in both directions, 285 north and southbound between South Atlanta Road and Paces Ferry. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy skies, hot and humid today with a high of 94. Heat index values closer to 100. Staying mainly dry, though an isolated pop-up shower can't be ruled out. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 92.
It's 90 in Duluth, 88 in Covington, 86 in Douglasville. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour one of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. But I got my posse. Got my doctrinaires. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here. Jared Yamamoto is here. Oh, Tim Andrews is the only one throwing signs.
And I wasn't even on camera when I did it. What a waste.
Now you can't wake up that sleeper cell. Your plans have gone.
Do it now. Go ahead. Dump the gas in front of the federal building in New York.
Of course, that was humor, ladies and gentlemen, and anybody who's ever met a lawyer.
Oh, wait, it wasn't. They weren't terrorists. It was Antifa. Please jump.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Here we are. Where do we start? Where do we begin? Where do we launch? How do we launch this episode of the Von Hessler Doctrine?
Let's just stay here. I like this. Let's stay in this place.
Well,
right
you're
here.
like that. You don't like change.
Of,
You guys
no
don't.
decision.
You guys don't like
No
change.
state.
That's why I have to be the leader. I have to drag you into places that are maybe a little uncomfortable. But not that we have to start.
I'll go with you if it's down an alley.
It's down an alley, and you never leave. It's the last alley you'll ever see.
Well, I
But
don't know that going into the
that's,
alley.
Maybe I was wrong to tell you.
No, I'm not going.
I got a koozie for you, Tim.
Yeah, my game. Oh, yeah, there's those alleys for Tim. There's the gallbladder alley.
Well,
I call it. It's they call gallbladder lane.
Gallbladder Lane, I don't mind going down that road, but if you're going to invite me down a dark alley,
Yeah.
don't tell me that I'm not coming out because I'm not going in.
Yeah, I'm just my
You're just
game.
learning.
My game isn't great.
Yeah.
This whole.
It's good to practice, though,
good to
on
practice.
friends
That's
who
right.
can let you fail, but then pick you back up.
Yeah,
That's right. I'll get it right. I'll get it. I will leave.
You can pretend to stab me.
I will leave a body in an alley successfully, but I gotta earn it, right?
Right,
You gotta,
you do.
this doesn't just. I gotta, check my privilege on that one.
Practice
One
makes
cannot fly
perfect.
into flying.
Right.
That is correct. How do you start walking and flapping your arms first, right? And then you
First,
take flight.
you crawl before you walk, and then
Right.
you walk before you run.
No,
and
wait,
you
stop.
run before
Between
you fly.
between crawling and walking, there's a few meals, and then you move on to the next one.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Mhm.
there's always who's buzzing. Is that
It was
me?
my
Oh, it
buzz.
was your phone. You're gonna say
Yeah.
it was your phone.
It says buzz buzz.
So you could you just carve out 4 hours where you just you got to allow yourself.
What? I can't control someone texting me.
No, I thought it wasn't the phone. I just heard a buzz. I heard a buzz
Oh,
coming from your
I thought you were
closet,
chiding
and
me
I
for
thought
having-
maybe she thought I'll just knock this off before.
She's
it's early on.
multitasking. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong.
yeah,
Autumn
sure.
she's a working woman. She's got to take care of things.
Put the Hitachi away for 4 hours.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Eric talks a lot at the beginning. I'll just
I
knock
know.
this
So
out.
I can probably get away with it. Just a quick little.
Let's start with headline hyperbole.
Woo!
Which we've got a lot of these days, of course. But this one really stands out for me. So much so that maybe it's a joke, but in a headline, how do you know that something's a joke? I don't think it is. This is from, I don't know, MSN, whatever that means. It's not MS Now, but usually they just kind of aggregate stuff from other people. This is the headline. This is how long we have before the universe disappears completely, and it's terrifying. It's terrifying. Now, if you think about it, in a lifetime, if you have an average life, if you're not born to some psychopaths who, just terrorize you from the day you're born, but I mean, you just have a regular life with some good days and some bad days, I would say that actual terror is rare. Maybe 2 or 3 times in your life where you're actually terrified. Terrified is, if you didn't urinate, you're just lucky. You know what I mean? Like that's scary.
I was terrified, but I just come out of the bathroom.
Well, right, okay, but
Is that okay?
I don't know what
You just
award you're
relieved
trying
yourself.
to win, but I guess
Because
okay.
I didn't urinate. you
Oh,
said.
I get it. I get it. So, terror is not a thing that so when you say that it's terrifying, this is how long we have before the universe disappears completely. And it's terrifying. Okay, so I read down to see exactly how long. And okay, it's the number 1 followed by 78 zeros.
That's too many. That's scary.
Maybe that's what they were talking about.
I'm scared.
There was maybe that's what terrified people. And I thought, how do you even, is that even a number that has a pronunciation? Like, I don't know. I don't know if they give every number. I mean, numbers don't stop. They just go into infinity. Is there
Is it like a go-go?
No, I got it.
That's 100,
You
right?
think I'm not going to answer this question? You think I'm just going to bring this up and leave everybody hanging?
Pins and needles.
Well, get off your pins and stay on your needles because it is. So 1 followed by 78 zeros is a quinvigintillion.
Quinvigintillion.
Quinvigintillion. Thank you. I knew I was saying it wrong.
You just had to press the gas. That's all. You had it.
Yeah. I was afraid of messing up.
Yeah.
Quinvigintillion is
Nice.
that's how long we have, and I think we can all agree it's terrifying.
Oh my
It's too
God.
soon.
Oh my God.
Well, you know how these
There's
years
so much
go.
to do.
You may listen.
I better cut the grass.
Pandemic was 6 years ago. Things go by fast.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right.
There's so many things I haven't lived, guys. I need to live my life.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified.
No point in steering now.
By the way, why would it even
drift into the ditch?
Why would it matter? Because like the Earth goes away like in the first on the first page of the first chapter of that Quinvision.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, that
One
number.
with 78 zeros.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they say one with 78 zeros. It's a little easier.
QVT.
The way you were pronouncing it sounded like one with 77 zeros, but close though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets confusing.
Say it again, Autumn. You had to be on the right.
Quinvigentillion?
Quinvigentillion.
Is that
I'm the
right?
first
Yeah.
Quinvigentillionaire.
That's right. You are.
It's a one with 78 zeros, and we still haven't gotten to Mars.
We will.
You know, if the tech bros figure out a way to live forever, my prediction is Elon Musk living forever still will never get to Mars.
My avatar made it to Mars, but that's it.
Yeah, well, that's it's funny. Like, wouldn't it be interesting if people just kind of like awakened from like this weird fever dream, and everybody in America just said, yeah, we're never going to Mars. Okay, let's move on. Like, let's just go. Let's not even bother thinking about going to Mars.
The dream is over.
Yeah, I don't know. We may put one person there, but getting them back. I mean, I've read a lot about this. It's just, and then how do they not get radiation sickness out there? It doesn't. There's no sense or logic to it. It's just something Elon tells people we're going to do in the next 5 years when he needs another round of $150 billion from investors. And somehow he convinces them, oh, I got to be a part of this. I mean, I don't want to go back in time and tell Henry Ford no. You know, it's that whole thing.
He's
It's
become
FOMO.
like the mascot almost.
Yeah. Well, because
of future tech.
Yeah, but it never comes true. It
Right, but
almost
he's still-
never
that's-
comes true.
Still like, well, we're going to look to you. You're the innovator.
His prediction. I know we've looked at this before, George, but what I believe that he said we'd be on Mars by now. At some point in like 2014, 2015, somewhere there. He also said, isn't it at this point he's supposed to have these hyperloops flying all around, you know, and that tunnel under Vegas, which is just a road where Teslas follow each other at a very slow speed.
So in 2016, he said he estimates humans will be on Mars in 2024. And then in 2020, he said, I'm highly confident SpaceX will land humans on Mars by 2026.
Here we are.
2025, last year, he revised that to 2029 and maybe 2031.
And my guess is every time that he's saying this, he's raising money.
Exactly. Yeah.
2040.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
he said we'd be there by now. We don't even have one ship that's even thinking about going there.
Yeah, we're not even at like step
I do
zero.
have a Tesla Roadster in a heliocentric orbit.
Oh
though.
yeah, that is true. Is that thing still flying
It's
around the
still
sun?
in- It's still in heliocentric orbit.
Do people keep an eye on it, or like?
I'm sure we could track it if we want to.
Somebody must be tracking it. Yes, George.
It says here in 2026, the current year, he said he's shifted his primary focus from Mars to maybe building a self-growing city on the moon.
Yeah, remember that was the whole thing because he needed investors for the space. He knew he was going to go for the IPO, and he couldn't have something hanging over, and so he's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and build a city on the moon. Which again, by the way, it would be great if people would just wake up one day and go, yeah, we're not building a city on the moon. Let's just move on and think about other things. As a matter of fact, we could advance technologically, and we can do a lot of things that are important here without ever thinking about building a city on the moon or going to Mars. Now, my guess is at some point we'll have somebody step on Mars. As to whether they'll ever get back, I don't know. But there may be some brave, hardy souls
I'm never
that
coming
get
back.
out there, you know.
The plan is from mid 2035 to 2040. That's the time frame now that NASA is going to launch someone to Mars from the moon.
Now that's
Because-
NASA though, right?
That's NASA's plan.
Okay,
yes.
so it's 2026.
Mhm.
They're
So
saying
9 years.
9 years from now, not only will we be back on the moon, but we will have built some kind of launch system. And this is going to happen in the next 9 years. Again, to let you know about time, it's been 6 years since the pandemic started. Okay? It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long before we're looking at, we have 3 years left to launch something from the moon to Mars?
The plan is to build a sustainable lunar base first, and then launch.
So that's going to happen in the next 9. So first you have to build the lunar base.
We're doing
right?
that right now.
Okay, and then
they're running by the Home Depot and they're getting those guys to hang out on the outside.
Oh God!
And then they you build the base, right? What is the base is? We have to live here. We have to whatever. We got to find water. Figure out a way to use water for fuel.
IKEA's working on it.
All of this kind of stuff, and then once we have that base built, we're going to build a launch pad and have vehicles up there that can fly to Mars. And this is going to happen in the next 9 years.
Well,
and we haven't started yet.
It'll be really easy because a launch pad, what is that, like a dance floor? You just
Yeah.
put some
That's
stuff
all
down
it
on the
is.
ground.
They won't be able to do it until they get the digital printer to the point where they can put it on that planet and then make everything on the moon.
But we don't know.
I have a digital printer. I could get started.
No, one that you can.
No. Well, listen, we can use everybody's. It's like World War II, like a scrap drive.
Right.
With all of your 3D printers.
I have a Victory Garden and a 3D printer at the ready.
My understanding is, it's interesting you brought that up. I just saw a YouTube deal where they were talking about how the first round of 3D printed houses, it's not working out.
Why not?
They're well. First of all, when you print the house, the temperature and the humidity and all of these things in different regions matter a whole lot. They didn't really think about that. Cracks, foundational cracks are starting, all kinds of. So by now, if you look into this industry, they were supposed to have a whole bunch of 3D printed. Because let's face it, if you could do it, you would go a long way to solving the housing crisis, because you can build these things in.
Is it because they make them too big or something? It seems like
it's the material. It's the material itself. The material that's being used.
It like breaks down too easy.
Yeah, and it's like it's not the same if you use it in the Northeast with big winters and Florida is full of swampy humidity, and so
crocodiles.
Concrete does not. Yeah, crocodiles.
Alligators.
They're alligators down there, but whatever.
Alligators, sorry, whatever.
It's not Crocodile Alley.
Same diff.
Is it the same diff? No, they have different faces.
Yeah,
don't they?
their snouts are different.
Crocodiles are bigger.
Whatever.
Yeah, crocodiles are scarier, right?
Yeah. Well, they're
Well, I don't know.
pretty damn scary.
They're all scary.
Maybe
but
a caiman is the least scary.
Why not just print another house?
So
then?
if there's problems,
Oh yeah, just constantly reprint the things you need.
If it breaks, print another one.
I need a new foundation. Just
Problem solved.
All right, honey, pack everything up again.
Okay, let's go.
Didn't we just do that last year?
Yep, do it again.
Yes, and we got this house. For
Problems
$20.
with your foundation? Just get a new printer. Print a new house.
So it's interesting that you say the 3D printing thing, and you're probably right. They're thinking about that sort of thing up there. But right here on Earth, we're having trouble with the massive 3D. 3D printers are fine, and but most people I know that have them, they make trinkets, which can be fun.
Yeah, the technology has to improve,
Yeah.
and it has to get more advanced, and maybe even to where they can do it at the cellular level. But that'll be 1,000 years from
What
now.
about like
I need a new
nanobots?
liver.
No, not nanobots. Using actually just constructing something from like the
Right.
molecule
because
level
what would
up.
happen? What would happen if you could ever do that? Is this would be the new terrorists would stop trying to make bombs. They would just start something that would never stop. And it would just fill up the entire. I mean, right? I mean, you would just
start something that they
you would,
never stop.
if the idea is it builds from the cellular level. That means it's grabbing all the cells around it for its plan. So you would come up with a plan that has a start but no end, and you would just like fill up.
But then wouldn't they die too?
Yeah.
They don't
Have you ever heard of a suicide bomber? It happens.
Yeah, but that's for like the good of something.
Well, no, who knows
after
what
them.
their reason could be? They could be the same reasons that they
Yeah.
want to,
This is definitely something Lex Luthor
Yeah.
would do at a Superman movie.
That's what I'm talking
Absolutely.
about. That's what I'm talking. So, and by the way, what I just talked about that sounds like a Lex Luthor thing in a Superman movie is much more likely to happen than us ever living on Mars.
You heard it here. Put it on Kalshi.
That's right. Well, you know what? Wake me up after I'm dead and congratulate me in 100 years when you're not on Mars.
You got to put one of those bells, like
Oh yeah, the bell.
at
now.
your grave.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
maybe like a little
alive.
message we could send you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll just leave it on the gravestone. Hey, mark my words. We're never going to live on Mars.
If we get somebody living on Mars, what's the counter? What's the counter?
You can
argument here?
dig me up and hack me into small pieces and work me into the food chain.
Well,
I don't care.
If you're still alive, Eric, and we make it to Mars, I want a big party. I want a big Mars party, Mars themed party.
Okay, that's not going to happen in my life.
With Mars bars. With
You know what?
And guitars.
You know what?
and
You
the
know
man
what?
from Mars. Eating cars.
If we are both alive at the time that people are stepping on Mars, I will top that. I will have a party, and during the party, I will present you with a check for $10,000. How about that?
That'll be nothing then.
Wow.
I want
listen to
$100,000.
this. Okay, I'll put it in the bank now, and it can start earning interest so that when it happens.
There we go. That's a better
accounts.
What?
I got a great account.
Oh, yeah, put it in the Trump Mars account.
That's right. Backed by Trump coin.
It invests in SpaceX, and it really messes up your whole plan.
So I don't know about you guys, but that news truly does terrify me. We only have.
I'm terrified.
We only have a quinvigin trillion, not trillion, tillion, quinvigin.
You did ask the question earlier about you assumed that people will be more concerned about the end of the Earth. I think that the assumption is that we will have left Earth. And found another planet.
Yeah, well, I just told you we're not even going to get on Mars. How is that going to happen? I love this idea. You know, when these tech people, I'll say tech bros, but it's not just guys. They're talking about themselves. By the way, first of all, there's 8 billion people on the planet. We could have a lottery system as to who gets on these ships and gets to leave the planet as it's dying. This is not for.
Well, there'll be at least a handful of those like homesteader people that are like, I ain't leaving.
I ain't going no place.
Yeah.
Right. No.
Like a Mount St.
But
Helens.
I mean, you could never get 8 billion people into space. So it's just they're building.
Not with that
they're
attitude.
building. Yes, you're right about that. But they're building. This stuff is so that if they learn how to live to be 200 or whatever it is they're trying to do, and there's some sort of climate crisis and the planet dies or something. They want all this so that who do you think is going to get on the ship first? The guy in an apartment complex somewhere, or the guy who owns Oracle? Which one do you think is going to get a spot?
I've been camping out for 62 years.
None of this is
I've been
about
ride
us.
first.
I won the contest online to be the online winner.
Yeah, they'll grab like 5, but they gotta spend a lot of time on a spaceship and on another planet with
Can
this
I
person.
bring my dog?
We need to figure out that folding space thing where we have like a portal.
The thing where
yeah.
like they do in every movie, like
Yeah,
Interstellar.
exactly.
They explain like
They fold the paper
Christopher
in half and
Nolan's.
put a pen through it.
Yeah, that's
We're not going from here to here.
Yeah.
We're folding.
It's like an Interstellar. That's the greatest Christopher Nolan exposition dump. It's like the guy you're telling this to is an astronaut flying the ship. He doesn't know this. This is just for the audience. Well, you see, space folds, and then you put the pen through the paper. Oh, that's what you want to do.
I think there's a part in Independence Day where like the head of NASA comes into that big, auditorium with all of the giant screens and stuff all over things. Like, what the hell am I looking at? It's like,
What the hell am I looking at?
you can see. I know what I'm looking at.
This is the stuff you ordered? You wanted us to get this? You told us how important it was? Right. Speaking of Odyssey, it made, or Nolan, not speaking of Odyssey, but Christopher Nolan, the Odyssey made another $17 million on Monday.
Yeah, this movie is going to be the movie of the year.
I'm interested in seeing it.
Yeah, well,
You should.
But I talked a big game of how it's dumb.
Download the torrent and
I
watch it on your
It can be
phone.
dumb. It can be dumb and be good.
I know. Well, I bet you it's going to be good, but I feel like I've talked myself into a corner. Like, stupid. I don't need it. It's dumb. And now I'm like, I kind of want to see it.
Well, because it's like anything, word of mouth. A lot of people are saying it's great. Some people are saying that it isn't. George Clark, but George isn't the only one. George isn't the only one. I've seen other reviews that aren't good, but overwhelmingly the reviews are positive, and that makes you want to see it because he makes these huge. When he does it right, he really does it well, and so no one wants to miss out if Nolan has actually done it right this time.
I went in with low expectations with all of the, I guess, the woke things that were being thrown
He
around.
took it from a book from 2016. Yeah, a book you haven't read, I haven't read. No one's read. Everybody's upset about this book. No one could be I compared it to a translation from 1970, and it
Which
just...
translation is this from?
Yeah.
Somebody said they heard from somebody else that
Yes.
it might be feminist.
Yes, it's like,
Yeah,
and I guess
exactly.
it did. And then also the thing is, it may not be the only thing he pulled from. There may be some ideas in that translation he pulled from, and because he did have to think that I've got to make this 3,000-year-old story relevant to people in 2026. So people don't respond to it the way a young Eric von Hessler used to respond to anything about Rome. Anything. I was like 8 or 9 or 10 years old. It was like, boring. What are those clothes? Like, what's this all about? You know? So I know a lot of people don't like the fact that they speak modern, you know, but it's a myth. And myths are always made for their time.
Yeah, what if you don't speak the language? Are you supposed to, like, just not pass down the story?
Yeah. No, but it's like there's apparently at one point, I believe that Matt Damon. I'm making the same mistake they made on the
World Cup broadcast. Yeah,
I believe at one point when he's leading the battle, he turns around and says something like "Let's go," right? Which is a very modern, kind of.
Come on,
let's roll, bros.
Yeah, and if you're writing in modern language, you'd write better dialogue than that, even if you're trying to. I
guess, or he's thinking, I don't give a damn. A 25-year-old understands. Let's go, and I don't have to.
It doesn't take away from the scene.
Sally forth.
I wish.
Tally ho,
bros! Tally ho,
bros!
Yeah, is that old enough for you?
Charge!
Half a league onward.
Got a guy with an organ. Charge!
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Hey, Georgia, we've got some good news. At Georgia Power, we're lowering rates to help you save. That's right. We're delivering the reliable, dependable energy you count on every day at a lower cost. Because reliability isn't just about keeping you connected. It's about helping you where it matters most, providing the power you expect and the savings you deserve, day in and day out. Now how about that for some good news? Learn more at georgiapower.com/good news.
It's Eric. I had a house that was built in the 40s, and all the settling over time, the foundation, it started cracking. We could see the cracks of the walls. The doors started sticking. We knew there was a problem. Took us a long time to find someone to help us. Well, you don't need to take a long time. Go to Engineered Solutions of Georgia. They're the only foundation repair company in the entire state of Georgia with a team of licensed engineers on staff giving you the highest quality work for your home from the start.
Dial 678 ESOG now.
Men, if ED or PE is affecting your performance in the bedroom, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's performance in the bedroom in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Even when Viagra and Cialis have failed, men are now lasting longer than ever. Right now, your consultation and first treatment are free. Call Priority Men's Medical Center now at 404-885-8885 or PriorityMen'sMedical.com.
If your garage door stops working, is that urgent? If some repair guy says he can maybe come out tomorrow or maybe the day after that, is that a problem? I mean, if you got to get to work and your car's stuck in your garage, that's urgent. If your wife's 39 weeks pregnant, starts feeling a little something, it's raining cats and dogs, the go bag is already in the trunk, and your car's stuck in your garage, that's urgent. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. If you call us to repair your garage door, we ask, what time is good for you? We adjust our schedules to meet your schedule. And we always have same-day availability, because sometimes it's urgent. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage, and we'll come over when you need us. Because if you call us, it's your call.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Start with a free home valuation at Orchard.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic,
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, Operation Red Card, targets human trafficking during World Cup activities in Atlanta. Homeland Security Stephen Schrank says they made over 150 arrests and rescued 54 victims.
These arrests and rescues are more than numbers. They represent lives changed, exploitation stopped, and our community made safer.
He says one of the most egregious perpetrators came to town after arranging a meetup online with a girl he thought was only 14. A new report out today calls the BioLab fire in Conyers almost 2 years ago a completely unacceptable. The final report from the U.S. Chemical Safety Board says there were nearly 14 million pounds of reactive chemicals stored in a warehouse without proper safeguards in place. The hazardous chemicals were packaged in about 5,000 giant sacks, which were stacked in such a way responders were not able to keep the situation from developing into a catastrophic fire and massive plume of toxic smoke that put thousands of people potentially at risk. There is no let-up in the attacks between the U.S. and Iran. White House correspondent Karen Travers reports President Trump says the U.S. is prepared to continue.
He also said that anything that has to do with Iran's nuclear program, enrichment, anything like that would be a target for the United States. We've, of course, seen 10 consecutive nights of U.S. strikes aimed at degrading Iran's ability to strike at commercial shipping. But, of course, Iran has continued to fire back with retaliatory strikes aimed at U.S. assets and allies in the region.
Tropical storm Bertha is causing tropical storm conditions in parts of the Florida Panhandle. The latest update from the National Hurricane Center puts the storm about 90 miles southwest of Panama City as it starts to turn to the west. Bertha has maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour. The storm could bring heavy rain, winds, rip currents, and storm surge to the region as it moves across the Gulf Coast. It is expected to make landfall in Louisiana. It is now 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, here is Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill. Better news in Marietta. Crash cleared. All lanes are back open. 75 southbound, South Marietta Parkway, exit 263. Some brake lights left over behind it, though, leaving 575 northbound just chock full of volume through Marietta up toward Kennesaw. 85 north and southbound. I'm also seeing delays in both directions between 285 and Norcross. And downtown, it is all brake lights on 400 south of Lenox. Those delays stay with you. 75, 85 south to North Avenue. And northbound rides slow as well from Langford Parkway up to Peachtree Pine Street. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. A mix of sun and clouds today, mainly dry, though hot, with a high of 94. Heat index values closer to 100. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 92. Cloudy skies with scattered rain showers on Thursday, highs in the mid-80s.
89 in Snellville, 90 in Riverdale, 89 in Canton. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
As a Massey Services technician, we have earned the trust of our customers. So much so, we're often called upon for a second opinion.
Could I interest you in the steak or lobster?
What would my Massey technician do?
That's a lot to chew on, but I do know that Massey's Pest Prevention is the right choice for preventing pests from getting inside your home. Plus, our service is guaranteed or your money back.
Massey Services, offering expert advice and much more. Expect more and get it.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Caitlin, said, "We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. We sold our home for substantially more than we paid, and we were able to move quickly. Thank you, Mark Spain Real Estate." Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 five-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be on your home today. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Terra Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Terra Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
All right, where are we on the set of explosive diarrhea? How are things going on the...
I'm better. Not mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
not yours. You just had an incident.
Yeah.
That's all. You just had a moment. You just had an Andrews.
Yeah.
That was not an explosive D moment. So, I guess it's still this Taylor Farms. This thing with Taco Bell's getting kind of weird.
It is getting weird.
A little weird. The Taylor Farms. A little weird.
We could do better, Taco Bell.
This Taylor Farms. Now, I don't know if this means anything or not. Turns out they gave $1 million to Trump's super PAC. I don't know. Now, look, a bunch of businesses did, and, there are recalls and stuff like that. Doesn't mean anything, but they were at the White House apparently last week or earlier this. So, is this changing of the narrative? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe not. Maybe so. I don't know anymore. I have no idea. I want to go by the way it usually goes is this, but doesn't seem to go the way it usually goes with anything. So I don't know. But they still say that they think it's that Taylor Farms and these Taco Bells that were spotlighted were getting their lettuce from the Taylor Farms. So now it's been back off of Taco Bell so much. But then yesterday I read another story about somebody who had this, who talked about how he was at Taco Bell. So I don't know. I really don't know.
There is somebody who's benefiting from all this.
Is it the diarrhea fairy?
Pepto-Bismol?
Pepto-Bismol, the diarrhea fairy, and all these local farms. I know, up and coming, there's this local farm.
My wife went and picked her own blueberries last week.
See, look at that. So now there's a lettuce farm up and coming that's making a ton of money, and then
I ain't
saw one
touching
up in
no
Beaufort.
lettuce nowhere.
What if it's grown here though?
Well, that's fine, but I don't know where this parasite comes from. I don't know how it gets there. I have no idea. So it's going to go some other field, but it won't go to yours. Do we know that it just stays in the region that it came from? I don't know.
It's a fair question.
Whole Foods is selling Taylor Farms lettuce at 50% off.
Oh, well, that's worth it.
Well, maybe you need some time off from work and your kids and stuff. You
need to lose a little weight.
Get me some lettuce.
A month.
Still got time for to have that summer bod.
I'm afraid of lettuce. Now, I'm not much of a vegetable guy anyway, but I guess from now and then I'll just do frozen vegetables and cross my fingers. I don't know. But the stray lettuce on a sandwich, those days are over until this parasite. Hey, look, Trump, you got ice on everybody else. Get this parasite out of the country.
The iceberg lettuce is being picked by illegals.
Oh, he's got to come back.
And the illegals get the. I put RFK Jr. on it. What's he doing? Is he sleeping?
I don't know. One of these
is he
parasites
fighting a dog
is
or a bear or a wolf? I don't know.
One of these parasites is eating his brain or something. I have no idea. This guy knows about parasites apparently. Why does he always work out in his jeans? I saw this again. The other day, because I saw a story about how. So Pete Hegseth, we don't see these all the time. I guess if you're in the military, they're available. But I guess he puts out videos of him working out all the time, as hey, we're men and men do things that men do.
He works out in a very way that looks like he doesn't work out.
That's so. You have the story that I saw is all these military experts on exercise saying he's doing it wrong. He's lifting the weights wrong. He's not doing. This is Hegseth, but he did one recently where he was working out with RFK Jr. And again, I noticed again. I think it's this way in that weird homoerotic Kid Rock. He works out in his jeans.
Do you want to know why? He answered this to People magazine. I have the answer.
Is the answer? Let me guess. Okay. You sweat more, and so he'll lose more weight.
No. He says he told People magazine back last year. He said he works out in jeans simply out of convenience and habit. He frequently started out his day outdoors. He would go for a hike or hunting, and then found it efficient to go straight into the gym afterward.
That makes no sense.
Over time, he grew so accustomed to exercising at dinner.
That makes no sense.
He just simply became part of his routine.
What's he doing? Squats in the gym in his jeans? That makes no sense
these
whatsoever.
jeans aren't from the 1850s. These are jeans you buy at pennies. And they're
made of mostly plastic.
Sydney Sweeney approved, right? These are great jeans.
I think it's a bad idea to
I think it's a bad idea for you to wear any clothes.
That's not why. There's something else. He's got there's something he's embarrassed about. I don't know.
The stretch marks on my inner thighs.
Might be something like that. There's no way that working out, you will sweat more, I would imagine. But
his wife, Cheryl, I'm reading down the article here,
Hey,
said
by the way,
that
will you say his wife, Cheryl? Hold on
Uh-huh.
just a moment.
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead. Finish that.
She said she noted that he doesn't like to carry a gym bag with him. And so he just likes to go to the gym with whatever he can fit into
he
his
must
schedule.
smell wonderful.
I smell great.
I just rode a bike and I worked out.
Yeah, he just rubs some lemons on his pits and then gets in the gym.
I put onions in my socks.
So this is a few weeks ago, but I just saw the video recently, so I'm behind it. But the UFC fight. There's video of Trump. I'm pretty sure it's the UFC fight of Trump. All the dignitaries are there, celebrities, whatever. And he's going down the line, and he's shaking everybody's hands. And he gets to RFK Jr., shakes his hand. Cheryl Hines puts her hand out. Trump pretends not to see it, moves past her. Then you see her turn to RFK Jr. and go, "What? What's this is available." I didn't realize. I didn't realize that it happened. But it's like, wait a minute. Did she say something that was kind of almost maybe put the idea out there that she thinks for herself every once in a while, and this offended him?
Maybe because she's friends with Larry David.
Well, that happened.
They don't
before.
talk to her anymore.
I'm sure they don't. No, she's not welcome in Hollywood anymore.
Right.
I would imagine, because that's how it is. Politics and friendships. The dumbest thing in the world, cutting off friends because they disagree with you. Politics. But
we asked Jeff Garland about it. He goes, I love her. That's all he would say.
Oh, wow, that's super awkward because he gave RFK Jr. I'm watching the video now, like a hug and a handshake.
Yeah,
like,
and then
full hug.
she's
her
right.
hand is right. He makes eye contact
and you
with her.
see her after he walks past. She turns around, and like, what? What?
like,
With her,
huh?
puts her hands
Remember
out.
when that thing happened at the correspondence dinner? And
What, a
there
guy
was
tried to shoot
shooter?
everybody? That one?
Yeah, that thing that kind of just
That
blew
thing?
over, I guess. Whatever.
That thing? Yes.
But she was. Did you see the video of them rushing RFK Jr. and shielding him and stuff? And then she was trying to get up onto the stage, and she's wearing her heels and her tight skirt, and it's like she has difficulty. She's reaching for someone to help her, but no one helps her, so she's kind of just left behind, like tottering behind them.
It's and RFK.
I wonder if they don't like her.
Well, I think it's becoming obvious that they don't. She's in a terrible place for her, right? She's too right for Hollywood just by being close to the administration, and she's way too lefty for Trump. So she's right in the middle, because she's still a creature from Hollywood, right? She still has overall worldview.
It says it was an unintentional oversight.
Oh,
not.
get out of here. Watch this
Have you
video.
seen it?
That is
Have you
completely
seen the video?
intentional.
Yeah, it's intentional. There's no way.
He gives him a hug.
Well, in my defense, she's a woman.
That explains everything.
I told him, don't touch her.
Right, my wife will get mad if I touch her.
if you're going down a line and you're shaking hands and stuff with people that you work with and you're the boss, you always know the spouse is there, right? Anybody that's working for you at a high level, when you go to shake their hand or give them a hug or whatever, you recognize. It's not like he can't not notice that she's there because RFK Jr. is there and the woman next to him is obviously his wife. So there's no chance that he could just overlook that. You're going down the line, you're shaking hands with people that work for you. Then part of that is I'm shaking their hands and their spouse's hands, or if they brought any of their kids or whatever. So it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe Trump likes the smell of a sweaty RFK Jr.
I do. I told him, do not work out and take a shower after. I want to smell
Let
the
me
man.
have those jeans.
I want to smell the man.
Cheryl Hines is too clean for you there,
We
Trump.
don't have enough testosterone. I want to be able to smell it in this room.
What they're doing with the sweat is they're injecting it into the low T military people.
Oh, well, good. That's very good. Because this RFK Jr., he's got a lot of energy.
He's got more than enough to go around.
Let's just spread that. He's got way too much testosterone.
The guy juggles rattlesnakes.
Yeah, right. That's testosterone, man. That's a man right there.
He lets this diarrhea disease get all over the country because, he's not paying attention, but he does fight the snakes. We got too many snakes.
We got too many snakes.
A lot of snakes. Gotta get rid of them.
Oh, it's just hilarious. It's when you see stuff like that, you realize I think that our government not just the administration, the whole government, all sides. I think it's a lot like a high school cafeteria at lunch with the cliques and who can sit at this table and who's not. And like, that was a classic, oh, she's not allowed at our table. No, we don't like her. It's a lot of, it's like Mean Girls on steroids. But I hate when people say something's on steroids. So I'll say it's like Mean Girls, except worse.
It's the 26th annual WSB Radio Carathon.
This Thursday and Friday.
All of us at WSB team up to benefit the kids at the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorders Center at Children's.
Won't you please help?
Donate online today at WSBRadio.com/Carathon.
Thank you for your support of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
It's Eric. I had a house that was built in the 40s, and all the settling over time, the foundation, it started cracking. We could see the cracks of the walls. The doors started sticking. We knew there was a problem. Took us a long time to find someone to help us. Well, you don't need to take a long time. Go to Engineered Solutions of Georgia. They're the only foundation repair company in the entire state of Georgia with a team of licensed engineers on staff giving you the highest quality work for your home from the start.
Dial 678 ESOG now.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep. I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh. I guess I am a genius.
All right. Easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. Life boils down to a few moments, doesn't it? Like walking across the stage to get your diploma or watching your child come into the world. Those moments aren't remembered by price or sacrifice. You remember them because of how you felt. More importantly, who you shared them with. The things you remember most in life aren't products, they're not prices, they're experiences. At Exovations, we're not just a siding, roofing, deck contractor. We create a stress-free remodeling experience so that you can enjoy your life's greatest moments. The deck where friends gather, the backyard where kids become teenagers, the front porch where conversations last just a little bit longer, and the home where all the birthdays, holidays, victories, and everyday moments become lifelong memories. If you've been thinking about it, let's bring it to life. Visit exovations.com, EXOVATIONS.com.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Jared is very, very upset, of course, because they're going to close down a stretch of 285 again this weekend.
It's ridiculous.
They canceled it.
Oh, they did?
I believe so. I got an alert.
Was that Shelley Winter again?
Oh,
Last time, remember?
Hey,
Let me double check.
He pushed people off it. Well, if they cancel it, they're still going to have to do it at some point.
I would much rather them close down a lane or two for a month.
Yeah, so that there can be 1 mile stuck in traffic constantly
Hey,
when you go
you
through there.
guys aren't
It'd be better.
impacted by it.
Well, do you want to sit in one lane for an hour every day, or will you just get a workaround and say, I can't use that. I'll just figure out another way. It'll take me 15 minutes longer than usual.
Oh, see, you guys don't live right by this, so this was a major headache the last
I know,
2
but
weekends.
there's no workaround for you? There's no way to go around this thing and just add like 15 minutes?
Or just decide to go another day.
You're going to be in Virginia.
This time I'll be in Virginia, but the last couple times they've shut it down,
look
it's been
at this guy.
upsetting.
He's
And
not
I
even gonna
still
be
got
in
to come
town.
back. Hold on, I have still got to come back into town on Sunday when it is closed.
If you're looking at the time frame, I'm just saying, isn't it easier just to find a workaround that adds 15 minutes than to think, no, for a month I'd like to be stuck in one line of dead stop traffic every time I go home? That doesn't make any sense.
Hold on, that your example.
That's the way
you
it'll be on 285. That's the way it'll be if you shut one lane down or 2 lanes down. It's going to be terrible always.
I think that what they should do is, if they want to be fair, they should shut something down on the east side next instead of doing everything on the west side first.
Well, I guess
go
you're
over
lucky.
the east side, go over the south side.
I guess you're lucky.
What
Due
a
to
tit
weather,
for tat kind of guy.
Due to weather concerns. What are the weather concerns?
Rain
There's
from
weather.
a tropical storm, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to have...
just rains every day here now.
That's confirmed? Because I'm not seeing anything about it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it confirmed.
Miles.
Spread
Well,
lies.
there's this website called WSBradio.com.
A
lot of venom in those words.
Sensing a little bit of sarcasm.
Want me to go
Ever
ask
heard of a thing called SWSB?
Miles Montgomery, our digital content producer, put out this push alert: westbound I-285 weekend
I don't trust
closure
that,
canceled.
Miles.
All right.
I don't trust that, Miles.
You're
Well,
going to
he's a
take it up with
Patriots
Miles. Yeah, okay. Well, you're allowed to be a Patriots fan.
They lie.
They all lie.
All Patriots fans
lie.
We all know.
What's the date on that article there?
Let's see. Tuesday, July 21st, 2026.
Yeah, it was posted at
44
3:07
minutes ago.
3:07.
Well,
yeah,
I got to start listening to this Tim and George show. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
They've already gotten on each other's nerves. This is about to explode.
His name is Elliot. He.
Well, you guys can go off. You do the culture war stuff.
No,
People
I
love
just
that.
correct him.
Oh, people love that stuff. People love the culture war stuff.
No, we've just been talking about the movie, and I can't get it right.
Yes. Because
pronouns.
you
He's a misogynist.
I don't respect the trans.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Well, hey, it takes all kinds. Whatever happened to that whole idea? It takes all kinds in this world.
Yeah, but not in my bathroom.
I love the Crying Game. Great movie.
You never saw The Crying Game.
Of course I did.
Really?
Brilliant opening.
He's the oldest millennial on Earth.
No, I know that, but it just doesn't seem like The Crying Game. It was a big deal when it came out, but it didn't seem like something that people kept talking about like after 6 months after. It was a huge deal when it came out because it was really, I don't want to spoil the end, but, you see the junk and it's different than what you think. But
Well, that was already spoiled by Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Oh,
because they made a huge reference to The Crying Game.
Well, that's nice, but I've never seen that movie, so it was
Well,
not.
then I spoiled it for you.
I spoiled it for myf.
It's in the
We
Boy
both
George
spoiled
song,
it.
too.
Does it say? Is it specific?
It's a penis.
Well, The Crying Game. Wasn't that a cover? I think that was a song from the 60s.
Well,
or
I
something,
don't
The
know.
Crying
I
Game.
played
Look that
it
up,
on the
George.
radio. I was a DJ then. When that
Oh
was
yeah,
Mhm.
you used to pull the platters out and
CD.
Did
I've
you?
had my share of the Crying.
Yeah, that.
I believe that was sounds like a Bond theme, doesn't it? But I believe
It
that it
does,
was a. I believe it was a song. I think it was a cover. But
That and
Bond made out with the man he thought was a chick.
That's
it was
it.
the Crying.
I knew Amazon was gonna do it. I knew it.
It is indeed a cover. The original was written by Jeff Stevens and first recorded by English pop singer Dave Barry.
There you go.
Dave Barry?
Not that
The
Dave Barry.
cartoonist?
He
Not,
was hilarious.
not the
Or the humorist.
The humor, not the conservative humorist.
He was a conservative?
I didn't think he was conservative.
He was. was libertarian tinged. He was,
Okay.
I would say, right.
Trans-conservative?
He was right of center. No, he was right. He wasn't what you would like if he was alive today. He wouldn't be MAGA, but he was.
He wore the green robe, right? He always wore the robe.
I don't know.
The hairy guy from Night Court did.
He had a show that was named. He had a little.
Yeah.
There was a sitcom.
Yeah, Harry from Night Court was in it. Whatever that guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that guy.
read his
Yeah, he
little
was.
column.
He was kind of
Because
libertarian.
it was in my bathroom.
It was in your bathroom.
Yeah, like I learned. I read Dave Barry, and I learned all about golf because that's what was in my bathroom.
Oh, because
growing up.
your dad liked Dave Barry and golf.
I guess it was just in there. Like
There
that's
you go.
what am I gonna do?
Now what's this
W-
other?
read the shampoo bottle
Yeah.
again?
Then one time she's like, "Well, what's this? Penthouse? I probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't go there."
Penthouse Forum.
My grandfather had Swank in the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
Yeah.
I was no stranger to that publication at one point in my life.
But
Now
you
I
just
wasn't
kept it in the
80,
bathroom?
so it wasn't as creepy.
Yeah.
I remember
we
the
could just keep it in there.
I remember
Wow,
the
why?
change from when Maxims went from like, what is this, to middle school. I'm like, wow, I kind of
Hey,
like this.
Maxim, this
I'm
is
like, this isn't bad. And I'm like, I like this.
That's a
I'm
good
really interested in this for some reason.
Yeah, you go way back. That's where it started with the Tate brothers. Hey, this Maxim.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
A word of caution for motorcycle riders. Remember, 18-wheelers have bigger blind spots, and it takes them longer to stop than a smaller vehicle. Eric Von Hassler here to remind you that if an 18-wheeler forces you to lay your bike down, you need to call in Steel Horse Law. Attorney George Stein is a motorcycle rider, and he understands bikers' needs. Get more info and request a free Rider's Advantage card at steelhorselaw.com.
When someone's AC is on the fritz, drains are clogged, or wall outlets are sparking, Castile Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical never asks, how soon do you need it fixed? You know why? Because no one in recorded history has ever said, oh, take your time, just whenever you can get to it. We just assume, how fast can you get here will always be the answer. So Castile will be there same day, and we won't leave until you're 100% satisfied. See? Sometimes it's good to assume. It gets your AC fixed fast. Book today at CastileAir.com.
Ever tried to hide stuff and you end up putting it next to some stuff you tried to hide last year? You might be out of room. That's an easy fix. Simply schedule a free design consultation today with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com and get organized.
Every day, builders like you work hard to build the homes and businesses our communities depend on. Even in tough conditions with serious risks, you show up to get the job done right. So rely on the workers' compensation experts at Builders Insurance, ready to show up for you when it matters most. Builders protects the hardworking people behind every job site because we're built for those who build. Builders, insurance built strong. Learn more at BLDRS.com.
Hi, I'm Kevin Deutsch, General Manager at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. I want to personally invite you to come by and see why we won the prestigious Lexus Elite Award. Experience amazing at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta and give us a call today at 1-800-NEW-LEXUS.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. News.
Weather.
Traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, we are learning more today about the massive security effort to help keep World Cup activities safe in Atlanta. That includes an operation targeting child predators.
153 arrests were made by Homeland Security, including a number for child exploitation and human trafficking crimes. Homeland Security's Stephen Schrank said he'd call Operation Red Card a success.
These arrests and rescues are more than numbers. They represent lives changed, exploitation stopped, and our community made safer.
The operation rescued 54 victims from entrapment. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
And the FBI captures nearly 100 illegally flying drones during the World Cup in Atlanta.
95 of 700 rogue drones seized for violating the FIFA World Cup no-fly zones were in Atlanta. FBI Atlanta Special Agent in Charge Marlo Graham says almost all were simple hobbyists or content creators.
Many people had just bought their drone the night prior and put it up and got it seized the very next day.
Now they're working with the U.S. Attorney's Office on the pilots' cases.
We do believe it's going to be likely paying a $500 fine and receiving the drone back.
Graham says only Miami had more seized drones during the World Cup. At FBI Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
90 degrees in Atlanta. When do we see a better chance for rain and storms? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The final report is in on the catastrophic chemical fire and toxic gas release at the biolab facility in Conyers nearly 2 years ago.
U.S. Chemical Safety Board Chair Steve Owen says the conditions and circumstances at the biolab Conyers warehouse were completely unacceptable. The investigation found that there were nearly 14 million pounds of reactive chemicals stored in the warehouse without proper safeguards in place. The hazardous chemicals were packaged in roughly 5,000 giant sacks and were stacked in a way that prevented first responders from preventing it from spreading. The incident resulted in thousands of evacuations and some 90,000 people in the metro Atlanta area advised to shelter in place because of the toxic smoke from the fires. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
The Georgia Department of Agriculture is urging Georgians to buy local lettuce as the stomach bug outbreak reaches more than 30 states. The outbreak has been linked to Taylor Farms lettuce from Mexico, and a recall is issued. The state is working to pull all recalled products off store shelves. Some market-side lettuce sold at Walmart locations in Georgia are part of the recall. You should check the label for Product of USA to ensure your lettuce is safe to eat. And the nation's health secretary says the parasite outbreak is under control, but one of Georgia's senators still has questions.
Senator John Ossoff demands answers from Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on why he shut down a CDC program that tracked the bug responsible for cyclosporiasis.
Now we have cyclospora at large across the country and very little insight into the origins of the outbreak.
In a letter to RFK, Ossoff says the decision puts Americans at risk and asks if Kennedy will restore the program. He's also asking for a status update of investigations to determine the source and scope of the outbreak. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump says he'll attend the designated transfer of U.S. service members killed in the Middle East fighting last week.
I'll be going to Dover for something that I feel it's a great honor for me to do it. These are people that want it, and they feel like I do, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Very simple.
The dignified transfer is delayed, is now scheduled for tomorrow. One of the service members killed, 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan, lived mainly in Georgia. The State Department issues a worldwide caution for travelers due to the escalating conflict between the U.S. and Iran. The warning says the security environment remains complex with the potential for unforeseen escalation. And the department also says U.S. diplomatic facilities, including those outside the Middle East, have been targeted. The Georgia DOT now says the full closure of the west side perimeter is canceled this weekend due to weather concerns and will be rescheduled. This is part of the ongoing project from South Atlanta Road to Paces Ferry Road. It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, I'm looking for new trouble as we speak up in Gwinnett County, 985 South
southbound just below Highway 20 Buford Drive, exit number 4. Definitely seeing it slow on the jam cam getting past that exit, so we will investigate further. If you are traveling downtown, it's nothing but brake lights this Tuesday afternoon. 400 southbound. Those delays find you just south of Lenox Road. 85 at Lenox Road, the Cheshire Bridge exit. 75 southbound slowing below Moores Mill. All that heavy volume is going to stay with you down to Freedom Parkway. 75, 85 northbound, that's not any better. That's stacked and packed. Highway 166 Langford Parkway up to Peachtree Pine Street and into Cobb County. A little sluggish in both directions. Not terrible yet. I-20 east and westbound in the work zone between Wesley Chapel and Panola Road. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy skies, hot and humid today with a high of 94. Heat index values closer to 100. Staying mainly dry, though an isolated pop-up shower can't be ruled out. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 92.
And right now it's 89 in Marietta, 90 in Tucker, and 91 in Stockbridge. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Seeing a lot of stories lately, which I think I agree with to an extent, I guess. But so there's idea of recess disappearing, and this has some people worried, and parents around the country.
I was impacted by this in 5th grade. It was terrible. And thankfully, the parents stepped up and brought it back to our 5th grade class.
Yeah, but here's the difference. Now, I agree. I think recess is important. I really, beyond running around, socializing, working through problems with other human beings, all of that, even when it gets to, hey, I'll meet you behind the Quick Trip at 3 and we'll duke this out or whatever. And then somebody else comes. You're learning about life, how to negotiate things. I think it is very important because if it's a well-run school, you don't have a whole lot of that during class time. So, yeah, getting fresh air, being able to run around, get some exercise, working things out with other people and learning how to negotiate, stuff like that. But and so now they're trying to get 30 minutes in, and some people are like, no, it should be an hour. None of it's going to matter if you allow them to have their phones. Because recess where everybody just goes and starts scrolling on the phone, you might as well be learning something because you're not really doing the things that I was just talking about. So if you do have recess or expand recess, the next step is, and it won't happen because for some reason adults feel like we have to negotiate with children now, which we don't. But we feel like we do. And so the kids are going to come back and go, hey, we can't have our phones during class. This is our only chance. And then in the old days, adults would say, yeah, you're a kid. It's important to you now, but we're deciding you can't do that. Oh, you're pouting. Okay, we'll keep on pouting. We've made a decision as adults, and that's the way it's going to be. But now, for some reason, adults believe that we have some obligation to negotiate with the kids. I don't know where. That wasn't around when I was a kid. Anyway, you were saying.
That the usually the only people that have recess is elementary school, and I don't know how much of a problem phones are in elementary school necessarily, and I don't think that, like, I sent Pete in there with a watch once that was one of those ones that I could communicate with him if I needed to, and he got that taken away.
Yeah, because you were probably going to help him with a quiz or something. Bzz, bzz. Okay, that's yes.
No, I think because he found like a fart sound effect on it or something. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So do you know what I mean? Like, so there's not really a recess issue.
You have gym in high
phones.
school, right? Gym. You should go
Well,
out.
in middle school, we have gym throughout.
Right, but I mean, I believe what this is talking about is as kids get into 7th, 8th, 9th grade. I remember having recess in those.
No, you don't have it in middle school.
You don't.
Maybe I blocked it out.
What was controversial?
You only went there for like a few months or something, right?
Yeah, I dipped my toe in the water.
K through 5, you're going to have. You should have recess during those years.
So that makes sense. Is there are kids in the 5th grade allowed to have their cell phones? Or
No.
I don't know. I don't know what the school is like. All right, well, if that's possible, if you can get them out on recess and they don't have any phones. Then I get, who wouldn't be for that? Listen, the idea of them not having recess was because we went to more testing. Look, that's not working. We've seen what's happening. There's something like over 40% of fourth graders cannot read at a fourth grade level. So throw that out. Whatever you were doing about the testing, that's not only not working, but I can smell it's bogus. So it's not doing anything for the kids. So they might as well be out running around.
I remember
as long as they don't have a damn phone.
My teacher didn't like. We had one very young teacher and one very old teacher. They'll remain nameless because they're still. I think the younger one is still teaching. But
no, tell us their name and their last name.
Yeah, and their dress because we want to be. I want to be able to. I want to be able to tell people where to go to picket their homes.
But I do remember like one of the reasons.
I want the old one.
when they got rid of recess for me in 5th grade and for my classmates, the older teacher didn't like to sit outside and because she didn't like the heat. So because one of the teachers had to watch all the kids. Part of vacation.
By the way, was she a little on the heavy side?
Yeah,
okay,
a little on the heavy side.
Why don't we have it in the cafeteria?
Indoor recess for that class.
We had that. If it rained or it was snowy in Pennsylvania,
you're in the
or
gym.
Cold,
that's what we have too.
Downstairs in our elementary school, we had a room with mats on it. We just ran around and beat each other up for an hour.
You gotta get the energy out.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Well, okay. So I've learned something that maybe I forgot. I thought that now that I think about it, I guess 7th grade we didn't have recess.
Because remember in middle
part
school,
of growing up, I guess.
Sixth and up.
That's why middle school is such a big change, is because you actually switch classes then. I think the biggest change is really from 5th grade
We didn't
to 6th
even have
grade.
a middle school. We went from first or kindergarten through 6th at the elementary school.
And then junior high.
And then 7th, 8th, and 9th, junior high.
That's middle. No, 9th should be the first year.
That's how we did it. Was 7th through 9th was junior high, and then senior high was 10th.
So you only did 3 years. You only had 3 years in high school.
Yeah, 9th or 10th, 11th, and 12th. Yeah.
Oh, it's weird.
Or no, I don't know. 9th.
No,
through 12th.
it was 9th. No,
Hold
it's
on.
just,
Jimmy,
here's
that's
the.
wrong.
We didn't have middle school.
This is how you have
That's wrong,
junior.
Jimmy. He's misremembering.
You either have middle school or junior high.
We had junior high.
Middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th. Junior high is 7th and 8th.
Yeah, that's what we had.
So you had junior high. In most places, anyway. I'm sure if somebody listening, well, I grew up in Utah. Okay, right. I'm sure it's a little different.
I graduated with 12 people in my class.
Well, it wasn't a Yankee thing. It was just small town.
Small town Yankee, same thing.
Yeah.
Here down south, we do it right.
That's right, Morgan Wallen. If it doesn't happen in the South, it ain't legitimate.
That's right. We do it right down here.
Yeah.
Everything a Southerner does, I heard Morgan Wallen. I think it's in one of his songs. Every single thing a Southerner does gets a thumbs up from God.
Damn right. Especially they're from East Tennessee.
Everything they do in the Northeast, it's constant thumbs down. And Morgan Wallen knows this, so he's rightfully proud that he fell out of a woman in the right place. It was really quite a thing that he did. It was a feat that he achieved, that he fell out of a woman in the South. Well, so now he's proud of it.
It is God's country down here.
I fell out of a woman in Syracuse, New York. Where did you fall out of a woman?
Elmira, New York.
Okay. George, you're going to say something?
How much of your children's school day is spent on the computer? Do they have laptops at the desk?
No.
No, okay.
How much of their learning, though, is presented to them through computers? Like homework and things, any of that kind of stuff?
I don't. No. So no.
I was praying you would say pay attention. I don't pay
I
attention.
don't. No. I don't really interfere with their school life.
Hey,
they're just on their own.
That's their journey, right?
Yeah,
You don't want to mess with that, right?
They need to fail so that they can learn.
Exactly.
No, their schoolwork and stuff is done with same thing that we had, right?
Worksheets and
pens and paper, whatever.
Okay,
paper,
good,
pencil.
good.
But there is work that they can do on their laptops, their little like ThinkPads.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's games presented in a way that's like educational, so it's like number crunchers and...
It turns out that seemed like it was a great idea, but it's not working out. Because the idea, we'll get them playing games and they don't even know they're learning, and so they'll enjoy it. But since they've been doing that, all of the testing has gone south on what people are learning.
Well, that's why
turns out just anything on a computer makes your kid dumber. Now, all kinds of entertainment make your kids dumber. It's just a matter of like if they're not integrating that into the school place, right? You could say only so many hours in front of the screen or whatever, just like you can do whatever. But if there was some idea, and there are companies that want these contracts, and there's some subsidization that goes on from governments state governments and federal governments, big corporations trying to get into every single classroom, because if they get that software and that's being used everywhere, that's a lot of money. And okay, that's fine, but that's not the reason that we should be deciding what materials our school children are using. It should all be based on what works.
Well, it's
what
supplemental,
works.
if anything.
Yeah.
It's not like they're
like extra
only...
credit.
Not even. It's just like, hey, we're messing around now. You can you can do, you can study your flashcards, or you can get on your little laptop and do something.
And the kids are always going to go for the laptop.
And I think that there's testing that's done on the computer now too, like iReady or something.
Do you think that the schools are adequately focused on kind of teaching the kids about the analog world that the computers and programs and
from whence this came?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I think it probably depends on the district and how much money a county has, because I know I live in a county that has a lot of money, and so our schools are really good. And I know that there are other schools that are not so good, less funded, poorer teachers.
Your kids are the poorest kids in their class. Is it one of those situations?
I mean, we do live in an apartment. There's a lot of apartments. There's people.
My neighbor teaches college at like a technical school, and he teaches English, and they've basically told him to now focus on writing with AI on a computer.
Yeah.
And they're not it's not teaching about, the analog writing, and then you can, go home and use a computer to make that more efficient.
Right.
Well, I think we're in a weird sort of in-between time, right? Because on one side, we want students to be able to write from the dome, read something and then write what they know about it, and in this like collegiate structure. But then we also are saying, well, they're not allowed to use AI. But now we're like, well, maybe they should be taught how to use AI properly in order to assist them in writing. So I feel like we're going to sort of find a place where we
does any of it even matter? Because I think that they'll all be using AI, and they'll be better at covering it up in the future. So I feel like there's no. I think that schools should be a no computer zone. I'll be honest with you.
There,
and there's and then you take that knowledge, and you have a computer at home, and you can whatever. I think it. I think that teachers are using AI to come up with curricula. It's getting to the point where no one's feet are going to be planted on the ground at any point. And but what the hell? I'm 62. I'll be dead before it all comes to ruin the country. What do I care? Hey, the future belongs to the young, as it always should. Do with it what you will.
Really quick before we go to traffic.
Oh, it's got to be
really quick. I had to write an email to my vet, and I used AI to help me clean it up and make it whatever. And then when they wrote me back, I was like, I bet you this was AI. Yeah. So these two AI people are talking to each other.
You're a passive observer.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says 285 is slow both ways through Vinings.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. No AI in this traffic report, my friend. 285 north and southbound are very crowded, especially northbound as you leave Hollowell Parkway, exit 12, up to the construction that's in the right lane. It's in the right lane in both directions between South Atlanta Road and Paces Ferry. That's why the northbound ride's so slow. 285 west and southbound is also jammed in, starting right around Sandy Springs, Riverside Drive area, passing I-75 and Truist Park down into that same work zone. 285 eastbound, the interloop into Dorville and Dunwoody. That's starting to slow from Georgia 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard. Southbound delays find you again, starting just before North Lake Parkway down to Memorial Drive. Traffic brought to you by CumminsRecall.com. Attention Ram owners, complete Recall 67A. Get $500 and a chance to win a Miami getaway for two for the final race of the season. Plus, meet Brendan Butterbean Queen. Learn more and schedule at CumminsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The WSB Radio Carathon is this Thursday and Friday.
And we want to thank our friends over at Jim Ellis Automotive, Coolray, Finley Roofing, and Sudlow Concrete.
Thank you very much
for their contribution and continued support for the kids at the Affleck Cancer and Blood Disorders Center at Children's.
Thank you for all your support.
You can donate right now at WSBradio.com/Carathon.
Won't you please donate?
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Start with a free home valuation at Orchard.com.
Let's face it, nobody puts septic service on their wish list. But if your septic system needs attention, here's something to feel good about. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. For every new customer through July 23rd, we'll donate $100 to the WSB Care-a-thon. Get the septic help you need, and together we'll help children.
Take the sting out of septic service and help some amazing kids.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. Termites could be eating your home right now, and you'd never know. Get termite protection from Breda Pest Management, and your rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
No one in Georgia treats more kids with cancer and blood disorders, and no one in the Southeast is doing more to advance pediatric cancer research. The Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorders Center of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta cares for thousands of patients each year and offers access to hundreds of clinical trials to kids whose survival depends on new treatment. Listen July 23rd and 24th to the 26th annual 95.5 WSB Care-a-thon and support research to find cures. Visit choa.org/care-a-thon to make a donation today.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Proud supporters of iPaw Rescue, a nonprofit founded by legendary business activist Carl Icahn, where 100% of donations go to saving dogs' lives. That's AA MCO.
95-year-old William Shatner is in the news. It says here, and his band. He's been putting out music since the Star Trek days.
Yes.
Great stuff.
We have a package if you want to hear it.
I don't know if I want to hear your package.
Zip.
Well, it is more of a visual thing.
So what, he has a band now, and he's playing Riot Fest in Chicago.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
We have just learned that Star Trek legend William Shatner is joining the lineup at this year's Riot Fest.
Yeah, we are not making this up. The 95-year-old actor and singer will debut
his new metal band at this year's festival, joining the likes of 21 Pilots, Tool, Pierce the Veil, and more than 100 other bands on stage. Shatner's set to perform on the final night of Riot Fest. It runs from September 18th through the 20th at Douglas Park. And we're told Shatner will reimagine songs from across his musical catalog while previewing material from that forthcoming heavy metal album. Wow. I mean, he just keeps on going.
Wow.
That is just the great local news person.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're not joking. Heavy metal band.
Picture yourself on a boat, on a river, with tangerine trees and marmalades, guys.
Well, he's got to change that now, right? He's got to be like,
reimagining
picture yourself.
Picture yourself on a boat on a river.
Isn't this what not all, but this happens quite a bit. Christopher Lee, I believe, put out a heavy metal record
He
in
could sing, though.
2009 or something.
He put out a couple of them, and he did a heavy metal version of Don Quixote.
But wasn't he like in his 80s or
Oh,
something?
yeah.
So there's a thing, and then
I've killed the Saxons.
Pat Boone put out a heavy metal thing in
His
the
was
early
jokey,
2000s.
though. His was jokey.
Well, still.
And also Ozzy helped him with it because
Ozzy helped, right? And so this is like kind of a thing. It's kind of like either your favorite aging celebrity is either going to end up pushing reverse mortgages, or the lead singer of a heavy metal band.
I love this.
Alex Williams says delays are. Alex Williams says delays are growing on 85 North into Gwinnett.
Yes, sir, Eric. I'm watching that brake light volume fill in 85 northbound out of DeKalb into Gwinnett. You're going to be slowing just north of Chamblee Tucker Road. It stays with you passing Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Earlier, 985 southbound trouble below Buford Drive. That has cleared. 400 northbound. That's also a crowded ride in Sandy Springs. Just north of 285, braking free once you get up to Northridge Road, exit 6. 75 northbound. That's slow between Marietta and Kennesaw. Southbound stacked up, leaving South Marietta Parkway down to 285. All due to all that 285 south slow traffic getting down into that work zone in Smyrna. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It's just a matter of time. Clogged toilets, sinks, and sewer backups are common. It happened to me, and I call TE. Chris Chandler here. The drain team at TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling cleared my drain fast and for just $73. Get same-day service from experienced specialists with stock vehicles to clear your clog fast for just $73.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Remodeling your home's exterior requires expertise, experience, and attention to detail. That's what I built my business on. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors. I'm the siding and windows expert you hear on the Home Fix-It Show with decades of experience for all things exterior. Windows, siding, painting, roofing, decks, doors, and gutters, all with unmatched quality and craftsmanship. Even the small details are a big deal to us. Get your free estimate, Google Nelson Exteriors.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
You know how it goes in Atlanta. Sunshine at lunch, thunderstorms by 4. And if those afternoon storms are finding a way into your living room, call Dr. Roof. Mark Aram here. From roof leaks to full roof replacements, Dr. Roof has you covered with a price match guarantee and up to a 50-year workmanship warranty, the only one in town. Plus, visit drroof.com for coupons and special offers. That's drroof.com. Dr. Roof, don't wait for the next storm.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, the FBI gives new details today on the massive security effort to keep the 500,000 fans in Atlanta for World Cup festivities safe. Many drones were seized for violating flight restrictions.
We had 95 here in Atlanta. So if you think about it, we had a large portion of those seizures because there were 11 host cities. So definitely we had a good chunk of them here in Atlanta.
FBI Atlanta Special Agent in charge Marlo Graham says almost all were hobbyists. Most will likely get their drones back after a court fine. A major crackdown on human trafficking in Atlanta during World Cup activities. The Fed's announcing today over 150 arrests, including 11 for child exploitation. Homeland Security Stephen Schrank says one of the most egregious perpetrators came to town after arranging a meetup online with a girl he thought was only 14.
He arrived at this meetup location with a shotgun and body armor in his vehicle.
He calls Operation Red Card a success in keeping the city safe. It is 91 degrees in Atlanta. We are seeing some pop-up showers developing now in metro Atlanta. But when do better rain chances arrive? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Secretary Pete Hegseth is interrupted by protesters while testifying about Iran war funding in the Senate.
$1.5 trillion.
Palestine, this is illegal.
Mr. Secretary, please suspend until order is restored.
As the war escalates, Hegseth tells the Senate Appropriations Committee the White House's $88 billion supplemental funding request is critical to ensure America's military readiness across the board. The dignified transfer of the 2 U.S. service members killed last week in Jordan by Iranian airstrikes is rescheduled until tomorrow. One of the soldiers killed has ties to Georgia.
The 2 service members killed in the strike were 19-year-old Isabella Gonzalez of Carrollton, Texas, and 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan. Feehan's father says his son lived mainly in Georgia. Feehan's parents tell CNN he was set to be married once he returned from deployment. They say their son accomplished more in his 25 years than most people do in a lifetime. The White House says the president plans to attend the dignified transfer, which is meant to honor U.S. soldiers killed while overseas. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
France is putting limits on social media use for young people. Mike Dobusky reports it's similar to a bill adopted by Australia last year.
French Parliament has adopted a measure that would ban children under 15 from using social media. Outgoing French President Emmanuel Macron says he wants the new law to take effect at the beginning of the new school year, though the measure is currently under review to see if it violates the country's constitution. It would require tech companies to ban accounts they suspect of belonging to those under 15. How that's done would be in the hands of the tech firms.
2 American tourists are recovering after they're stabbed near the Acropolis in Athens, Greece. Police believe the attack was random. Neither victim's injuries are believed to be life-threatening. Police say a 60-year-old Greek man with a history of being arrested is in custody. It is unclear what might have prompted the attack. The Red Cross is in dire need of blood.
With summer vacations and altered routines, it's not unusual for the Red Cross to face a shortage of blood donors. But the Red Cross's Garrett Reed Reed says we're only a few days away from a critical shortage.
When we get into an appeal like this, we really are urging all blood donors, all blood types to come out so that we can stock the shelves so that those units are available for our hospital partners.
Reed says they want to make sure no patient has to go without blood this summer. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
It's being called a game changer for pet owners. Reporter Rhiannon Alley says drugstore chain CVS will allow you to fill pet prescriptions in all of its 9,000 locations across the U.S.
The procedure will be the same way us humans get your medicine. Your vet will either give you a paper prescription that you can bring to the store, or they can call it in, and then you just pick it up. And just like that, your pets have the medications they need. And just like with people, medications can be refilled automatically, and some can even be delivered right to your door.
It is 4:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, there's been some trouble on the West Freeway. It just cleared I-20 westbound at I-285, exit 51 as you head into that work zone. But that's what put the 20 westbound ride into slow motion through West Atlanta. Starting back around Langhorne Street, those delays should start to thin out. Once you get outside the perimeter, 20 westbound, not terrible this afternoon. I'm only seeing a few brake lights before and after Thornton Road. DeKalb County, I-20 eastbound, sluggish we'll call it, from 285 through the work zone out to Panola Road, exit 71. That 285 east and north ride, trying to get onto I-20 east, that's going to be the slowest part of it from 675, passing Flat Shoals, making that I-20 eastbound transition. A few brake lights stay with you north of I-20, but improving once you get up to Glenwood Road, exit 44. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy skies for this evening with an isolated rain shower possible, but mainly dry for tonight. Lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy with rain showers mainly in the northern suburbs. Tomorrow's highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Scattered rain showers on Thursday, high around 85.
Storm Tracker radar shows spotty rain showers now across metro Atlanta, but nothing widespread at this point. It is 92 in Alpharetta, 89 in Fairburn, also 89 in Brookhaven. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Steel Horse Law are 100% local. Get your free Rider's Advantage card at steelhorselaw.com.
If your garage door stops working, is that urgent? If some repair guy says he can maybe come out tomorrow or maybe the day after that, is that a problem? I mean, if you got to get to work and your car's stuck in your garage, that's urgent. If your wife's 39 weeks pregnant, starts feeling a little something, it's raining cats and dogs, the go bag is already in the trunk, and your car's stuck in your garage, that's urgent. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. If you call us to repair your garage door, we ask, what time is good for you? We adjust our schedules to meet your schedule. And we always have same-day availability, because sometimes it's urgent. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage, and we'll come over when you need us. Because if you call us, it's your call.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
What are your 5 very favorite things to spend time on? Your core pursuits, your purpose in life. I'm Wes Moss, and step 2 of my new green book, The Retire Sooner Method, explores why having these 5 core pursuits is imperative for a happy retirement. So what's your answer? Discover the hobbies on steroids the happiest retirees share, plus the roadmap they use. Order on Amazon, then visit retiresoonermethod.com to claim your free bonuses.
You know, that's the way it happens. Evolution and whatnot. Survival of the fittest. Only the strong survive. So, you know, nobody likes to get bit by mosquitoes in the middle of the summer. What a terrible way to bring down an otherwise lovely summer afternoon.
Oh, I know. And I watched a TikTok early in the summer where it shows exactly what happens when a mosquito injects their needle into you. It's disgusting. It's like a series of other needles that go out. It's gross.
Yeah, but don't think about that because you never knew it before. And
well, now I know. And I'm like,
I think that falls under the category of useless knowledge. Nothing I can do with it. There's nothing I can do with it except be more freaked out when I get bit by a mosquito.
It's more or less anytime one bites me now, it really dies every time. I don't give it a chance to live at all.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Now that I know what they do.
Oh, now you're willing to kill a mosquito now.
I am more
They
than
used
well.
to say he wouldn't kill a fly.
You know what? I am
Not
the
now.
nice person. Usually, if there's a bug inside the house, I usually will go
escort it out.
I'll grab a napkin and I'll release it.
Not
Depends
me.
on how
Not-
ugly it is, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I still have a thing about ladybugs for some reason.
Don't let them go. They eat aphids.
Oh, okay.
You kill them or you let them go?
No, the only reason I don't kill them is that somewhere along the line I heard it was bad luck.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
not.
Well, and they're called ladybugs.
But it's not.
Well, they're men. I mean,
You're gonna kill a ladybug,
Yeah, okay, but some of them are men. They can't just all be ladies.
but you don't know that.
Well, I see the ones who are somewhat they're hiding their faces.
Oh, okay.
Because they're men, and everybody calls them a lady, and they're like,
I threw
"Hey."
one out of my bathroom because I wasn't
right.
sure.
I just read this thing the other day about. Now this is interesting, and you look this up because I don't know if I just read one thing and maybe it's wrong. Because literally, it was one article about how you should never kill an opossum if you find them in your
I
yard.
never kill them. Never kill them.
They don't carry rabies.
Right.
And apparently they're the best way to rid your yard of ticks.
Yep, they eat ticks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because ticks are drawn to them, and I guess like cats or even more so, they clean themselves constantly.
Not just ticks, cockroaches, venomous snakes, mice.
Look at that.
Yep.
So let the opossum live. I guess there's no
We
doubt.
have a couple of them.
They look scary because they have those.
Well, they're
teeth.
ugly.
Yeah, they're ugly and they look
But
scary.
they're really sweet.
Yep.
Oh, you have
Well,
a
they
roommate?
pretend to like be dead.
Oh,
They
no.
just like hold on to them.
Now, here's the thing. They are not doing that as a strategy. This is something else I learned.
They,
when
like, faint.
they get so stressed out
Yeah.
so that's what happens when they find out that you're there, whatever. It's completely involuntary. People think they're playing dead, but they just freeze and roll over, and sometimes it can last up to 4 hours.
Wow. You watched a YouTube video on this.
I watched
Talk to your doctor.
that's why, yes, talk to your doctor if it lasts longer than 4 hours. That's why I wanted to ask George, because I saw one video and maybe it was wrong, so I wanted to have it backed up.
And I believe, Tim, you were the one saying that ladybugs are really good. You're not wrong about that. They
I
eat
know.
aphids, mites, and mealybugs.
No, just stop there. Tim knows. It's
Yeah,
okay.
He knew.
I think about it with spiders too. Like, isn't it a good thing to have? Like, you see spider webs, and you're like, I don't know if I really want a spider web on my outdoor light.
Yeah, you do.
But
They'll eat the bugs. that are
That's what I'm
flying around.
thinking. It's like, yeah, it's probably a good thing, but I don't having people over. I don't want.
We have a yellow jacket nest in the space between the outside wall and the inside wall.
That's not good.
No, and they're flying in and out all the time. And I'm seeing the Joros along the eaves, and I'm like, keep building your nest because they will catch them and eat
Now,
them.
I have not seen any gigantic Joros.
They're
yet.
not big yet.
So it's going to happen in about 3 weeks or something.
Get ready.
Soon.
The Joros are coming.
They're already there, but they're not big yet.
I have a neighbor who enjoys taking care of that.
How does he get rid of them? Or she? I don't know.
He has like a large stick type of thing. He knocks them down
With a big bushy thing on the top of it?
I don't know.
Because I have one of those, the spider broom.
And the spider broom.
That's what it's called. That's what I call it.
I ain't nothing but a spider broom.
That's all.
Yeah, and then I just when they hit the ground, he kills them. But he enjoys doing it.
You can also spray them with. You get that Dawn.
Yeah.
You know, there's the Dawn in the bottle, and there's the kind that you spray. You get the Dawn spray, and it takes care of them.
Isn't that true with most insects since they breathe through their?
Yeah, it suffocates them. I didn't want to say it that way. I like to watch.
No. Now I was going to say to you, Jared, with the insects that come in my house, I don't play that game. Now, if they're outside, they've got a chance because that's where they're supposed to be. Unless they're really, really ugly, and then I just want them, I want them dead anyway. But if they make it inside, it's like, look, man, I'm not blaming you, but you just made a mistake. This is where I live. You're dead.
See, the only exception that I make to that rule is a roach. If it's a roach inside, you're dead. But everything else, I pretty much am like, I'll let you out.
I actually had a thing happen over the weekend. So I was laying out in the sun. I didn't get any, as you can see, but I was laying out in the sun and maybe sitting out there for like 5 minutes. And it's hot, So my head starts sweating, and I feel like an insect up there. And I smack at it and knock it around. I bring my hand down and go, oh, that was a stink bug. My entire head was just, and I was just like, so I went over, I tried to put some water from the pool on it, whatever, and it still stunk. I had to go and take an entire shower in the middle of the day just to get rid of it. But it was like right on top of the front of my head. Stank. There's an area of 400 where the toll booths used to be the last couple of days. You drive through there, and it's just like, you ever drive through a place where it's like, ooh, stink bug land for just a mile or something
How
like
do you
that?
smell them in your car?
I don't know why, but the last couple of days when I go through 400, right about there where the tolls used to be, it's just like for a mile or so, it's just like, ooh, this smells like stink bugs.
They like job sites. Like if there's open construction, I've noticed that.
They're trying to get jobs. They're trying to steal our jobs.
Listen, that's what
they are invasive.
Stephen Miller has a plan
to get rid of the stink bugs.
Yes, so don't worry. They will not be around long.
Get rid of them.
Sir?
I said, sir, get rid of the stink bugs. And take the Joros.
By the way, it's not getting much press, but I saw a thing where those boos were pretty loud at the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe when we were watching, I didn't really see. I watched the whole game, but I only saw Trump because once the game was over, I didn't want to see anything. I didn't want. Who cares? The game was over. I switched it off. Went to something else.
You didn't like the way they blew up the World Cup trophy?
Well, I didn't see it. So I can't say I liked it or I didn't like it. But while watching the game, I watched the whole game, and they just kind of showed him once, like right before they showed Mick Jagger and somebody else or whatever. So I didn't hear anything then. But since then, walking on that field. Now, how many people in the stadium were Americans? Would you say it was like a third Americans, a third?
Yeah, probably a third.
Argentinians and third Spanish?
Yeah, that's fair. Because
something like
Did you
that.
say some disparaging things about
Spain.
Spain?
No, Spain. Argentina we saved.
Oh,
and we
Spain.
saved. Argentina
Okay.
probably likes us. We kind of remember that early on we gave him like $20 billion because
We bought
he
a bunch
likes
of
the
their
leader.
beef.
Huh?
We bought a bunch of their
We've
beef.
always bought their beef.
Yeah, but
more
but
than usual.
even more so.
Yeah.
Because I know we
don't need ours.
Some of our cattle people got upset about it. But he's wrapped in with that Argentinian leader with the hair.
Milai.
They have something in common. The hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Argentina kind of likes us, but we've been talking down Spain for a while. By the way, we just put 50% more tariffs on
Canada.
Like, at what point do we run out of Didn't we already? Aren't we already tariffing them at like 75%?
This was lumber, I think.
Hockey sticks.
Yeah, hockey sticks.
Hit them where it hurts, Trump.
We'll make our own.
Alex Williams has better news on 285 South in Tucker.
That's right, Eric. I just watched them hold all lanes for a minute or two. 285 southbound, the inner loop at La Vista Road, exit 37. Had to get some trouble off to the right. All lanes have since reopened. Still slow, though, back into Doraville as you leave a Buford Highway. Also a crash in the Doraville area, Peachtree Boulevard, right around Broad Street. That's just north of Chamblee-Dunwoody Road. It's causing delays in both directions there. 85 northbound, we're still watching those brake lights fill in at a DeKalb in Gwinnett County from Chamblee-Tucker Road up to Indian Trail Road, exit number 101. And the 316 eastbound ride, that's also getting a little crowded as well through the work zone between Lawrenceville and Decula. Delays will improve once you get out to Highway 29. That's Winder Highway. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Some of the bravest children I've ever met are going to become radio stars this Thursday and Friday.
The 26th annual WSB Carathon is right around the corner.
Won't you please help?
Join us once again for 2 days of magic.
This Thursday and Friday.
You can make miracles happen.
Donate today at WSBRadio.com/Carathon.
Bye, Kids Hospital. We love you.
Summer's a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or your tan. Hey guys, it's Mark Aram here. I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair Simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one in hair restoration I trust more than Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair Summer Sales Event on for a limited time, so get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 470-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
advancehair.com. 470-660-HAIR or advancehair.com.
It all begins with a solid foundation, and that includes your home. So if your foundation needs repair, insist on the highest quality in the industry.
Hi, I'm Mark Beckham, owner of Atlanta Ramjack, an independent organization certified that Ramjack repair products outperform the rest. We often have to remove and fix our competitors' work.
Only Ramjack offers a fully transferable life of the structure warranty. Google Atlanta Ramjack for your free estimate.
Ramjack.
Buying your next car is easy with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Express yourself.
Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. These days, we're all short on time, so convenience really matters. And when it comes to buying a vehicle, you should be able to shop for a car the way that works best for you and your schedule. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we've made it easier than ever for you to shop, buy, and trade your way. We call it the Jim Ellis Expressway at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Buy the car you want, the way you want, with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Browse thousands of vehicles from our entire 22 dealership network, calculate your payment, get a value for your trade-in, and secure financing, all from the comfort of your home. You can even schedule an at-home test drive or home delivery. We believe the way you buy your vehicle should be just as personal as the vehicle itself. Start shopping now at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
5-star reviews tell the Painting Plus story, but seeing is believing.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. Our work is so exceptional that I'm proud to show you. Just click on recent projects in your area and see the amazing work we've crafted for your neighbors.
Painting Plus, anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Is this real heavy metal or is... Oh, no, this is Christopher Lee, right?
It is.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't start singing for another minute and a half.
What's this song called? I forgot.
It is called Massacre of the Saxons.
Yeah.
Is this the story of Charlemagne?
Yes.
The concept album by the actor Christopher Lee.
I believe so.
When he was 100. Here we go.
Could be mixed better.
Could be mixed better.
Yeah.
And I don't think he has a heavy metal voice. He's a little too
No,
high.
he's trying to be
You got to
like
hear
a singing
Man of
guy.
you got to hear Man of La Mancha. That's a little process or produced a little bit better. And I Don Quixote.
The Lord
All right, well,
of La Mancha.
I have to say this though. We the whole show spotted a squirrel in that last segment because I never got to the reason I brought up mosquitoes. We just kind of went off on insects, and I brought it up because there's a study. Yeah, I went into the whole opossum.
Tim got excited about the ladybugs.
A lot of good information was passed along. Don't get me wrong. But the reason I brought it up is because backyard bug spray may be breeding tougher mosquitoes, according to some studies, which kind of makes sense. That's why I was bringing up survival of the fittest.
Totally
and whatnot.
believe that, by the way. These mosquitoes this year are ruthless. They are ruthless.
A mutation that lets mosquitoes.
Hey, Jared,
Uh-oh.
no.
Uh-oh.
Give me your money.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you put a little off on yourself?
Yeah, I'm
Guess
just
what?
trying to chill. I had a
I'm
long
immune,
day.
bitch.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Man. I just want to enjoy.
Why don't you take that watch off?
Here comes my. Yeah, take that off.
No,
I'm going to
stop,
put my tongue.
please.
I'm going to put my tongue in your arm.
Oh, yeah.
No, stop.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
these tough mosquitoes are menacing. That's what I want to say. A mutation that lets mosquitoes survive common insecticides showed up in Wake County, North Carolina. They are so woke.
Yeah.
In 2018, it had spread across the researchers' entire sampling area. By 2023, resistance spread fast enough to point to a strong survival advantage, most likely from heavy, uncoordinated spraying in residential yards. I think this is since, we have people come in and just like spray the entire yard. I'm having a party. I don't want one single mosquito. Yeah. Never thinking about what else is that killing in those trees. I don't know. Are birds living through that? I
Bees.
have no idea.
You know what's been helpful for us over here is getting these things called dunkers, and you put them in standing water. So that the mosquitoes lay their larva, but it kills the larva.
Yep. Oh.
And that's been really, over at my mom's courtyard, you can't sit outside, at least for me. Other people can because they don't get bit, but they love me.
No, you got that white skin. They love it.
They love
just
it.
I get
12 mosquito bites, and I've just taken the dog out to
There's just everything about your particular shade of white of your skin screams to me mosquito magnet.
Delicious. But yeah, these things, dunkers, I would highly recommend.
They work.
You've used them as well?
Yeah, you get a bucket. You can do that. You can make your own and put them in a couple of them in your yard. Put the dunkers in. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
And you don't kill the bees.
I have a political joke. But
another day for saving the bees.
See, that's just one way that we can continue to save the bees. By the way, are the bees getting better?
Kill the mosquitoes.
How are the bees doing? Are they getting
think
better?
they're doing well.
Compared to, say, 3 years ago?
Well, the killer bees are doing great.
Well, okay, we need something.
Well, you can't get the honey.
I'm just wondering if these hippies in the city are able to get the bee population. They seem very committed to getting the bee population
I'm asking
going.
Gemini right now.
How are the bees?
The bees. It
The
says it
bees
varies
that
by
I
states.
save have no complaints because I save their lives.
Meanwhile, she's probably got a torture dungeon underneath her home,
I take one drone out of every hive, cut off its head to teach the rest.
You like that?
Alex Williams. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 400 incoming.
That's right, Eric. 400 northbound. If you're making that drive up into the Cumming area in Forsyth County, right around Highway 20, Buford Drive, that's exit number 14. They're just now getting a crash out of travel lanes, but that's the reason you're seeing a little extra pressure on the ride back toward McFarland Parkway. I just found new trouble in Marietta, a crash or a stall, either way, knocking out the center lane, 75 southbound, right under the South Marietta Parkway Bridge, exit 263. So that's causing delays back up into Kennesaw. Northbound already slow between Marietta and Kennesaw with brake lights scattered the whole way between Delk Road, exit 261, up to Chastain Road in Kennesaw. 575 northbound, tapping the brakes from Bells Ferry Road into Woodstock. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Termites eating your home are scary, but the skyrocketing cost of your termite protection is even scarier.
Dave Baker with Matt Breda from Breda Pest Management. Your customers have no need to be afraid of the costs going up.
Your termite protection shouldn't feel like a car payment. Switch your termite protection to Breda and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years.
No one chewing on your home or your wallet.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
What are your 5 very favorite things to spend time on? Your core pursuits, your purpose in life. I'm Wes Moss, and step 2 of my new green book, The Retire Sooner Method, explores why having these 5 core pursuits is imperative for a happy retirement. So what's your answer? Discover the hobbies on steroids the happiest retirees share, plus the roadmap they use. Order on Amazon, then visit retiresoonermethod.com to claim your free bonuses.
Jane is a small business owner.
That's right.
And tell them what that's like, Jane. Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect. Plus gig speeds with security and equipment included. All with a 5-year price lock.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
Exactly. The Total Solutions Advantage. Get started for just $60 a month for 12 months when you add wireless connect to a qualifying internet package. No one does business like Comcast Business.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
Hurt in a crash? Call the attorneys at Sweet James, 800-9-million, and sweetjames.com.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with Home Tap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a Home Tap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
That's Rufus from Finley Roofing. He's fetched you a huge discount. Now through July 21st, save $1,600 off a new roof, starting at $139 a month. Sale info at finleyroofing.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story, FIFA safety is deemed a success in Atlanta.
It was a long tournament, right? 39 days.
For all 5.5 weeks, FBI Atlanta led an international command post with law enforcement from every World Cup country.
So we were able to track, hey, do you have individuals that are coming from your country that are, problem starters?
Special Agent in Charge Marlo Graham says teams scrubbed social media, running to ground any possible threat, and agents seized 95 drones in FIFA's no-fly zone.
Almost all of the drones that we seized were from hobbyists, enthusiasts, content creators.
Graham says the pilots likely must pay a fine to get the drones back. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
And during World Cup events in Atlanta, federal investigators work behind the scenes to crack down on child predators.
Operation Red Card. Homeland Security says its effort to cut down on human trafficking paid off in big terms.
153 criminal arrests were effected during this operation that began in concert with the first game.
Homeland Security's Stephen Schrank.
11 of those arrests were for child exploitation individuals.
Schrank says 54 victims of trafficking were rescued from entrapment during the operation. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
91 degrees in Atlanta. We do have a few spotty rain showers around, mainly on the south side of town right now. When do we see more widespread rain? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. The Georgia Department of Agriculture is urging Georgians to buy local lettuce as the stomach bug outbreak reaches more than 30 states.
Any USA product, any Georgia-grown product is completely safe.
State Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper says the outbreak is linked to Taylor Farms lettuce from Mexico. The state is working to pull all recalled products off store shelves. Some market-side lettuce sold at Walmart locations in Georgia are part of the recall. The nation's health secretary says the parasite outbreak is under control, but Georgia Senator John Ossoff is demanding answers.
Senator Ossoff sends Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. a letter asking him to explain why he shut down the CDC's required surveillance of the parasite.
The CDC had a long-standing program called FoodNet to track Cyclospora, and last year Robert F. Kennedy shut that down as he has undertaken this attempt to demolish the CDC.
Ossoff says that includes slashing the Atlanta-based agency's workforce and publicly demonizing it. He says it's very worrisome for families across the country and here in Georgia. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
A new report is released today from the U.S. Chemical Safety Board concerning the biolab fire in Rockdale County almost 2 years ago.
This final report says the conditions and circumstances at the Biolab Conyers warehouse were completely unacceptable. It found nearly half a dozen key safety issues that led to the severity of the incident, including storage hazards and risk management oversight. 14 million pounds of reactive chemicals stored in a warehouse in a manner that prevented first responders from containing the situation, resulting in a catastrophic fire and massive plume of smoke, putting thousands of people potentially at risk. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump says he'll attend the dignified transfer of U.S. service members killed in the Middle East fighting last week.
I'll be going to Dover for something that I feel it's a great honor for me to do it.
The dignified transfer is postponed. One of the service members killed, 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan, lived mainly in Georgia. The city of Atlanta offers a new program to help people behind on their water bills. Through Promised Pay, eligible customers can enroll in customized repayment plans ranging from 2 to 12 months. The program is designed to give customers more control over their finances while not having their water service interrupted. Customers with past due balances may receive an official text message from the city informing them of available payment options. It is now 5:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, here is Alex Williams.
All lanes being, I think, temporarily held, Bill, in West Atlanta, 20 westbound Holmes Drive, or just west of Holmes Drive, exit 52. I see them trying to get trouble off to the right shoulder now, but it's really jammed up the ride that had been improving back toward Langhorne Street, exit number 54. So just be mindful of that if you're traveling 20 westbound out of downtown toward West Atlanta or that west side perimeter. In DeKalb County, right lane crash on the I-280 or I-20 eastbound collector distributor ramp. That's the ramp that takes you off I-285 over to Wesley Chapel. Right lane is blocked, so you're slow, or it's making the ramp slower to transition from 285 onto I-20 eastbound. And up in Marietta, still watching this center lane crash, 75 southbound, South Marietta Parkway exit 263. Delays stretch back up toward I-575. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies for this evening, mainly dry, though an isolated rain shower can't be ruled out. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Scattered rain showers in the North Georgia mountains may make their way into the northern suburbs for tomorrow evening. By Thursday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms all across the metro area. Daytime highs in the mid-80s. Rain showers will stick around through the rest of this week and into this weekend.
Storm Tracker radar shows a few spotty rain showers around metro Atlanta at this hour, mainly on the south side of Atlanta. Right now it's 90 in Sandy Springs, 87 in Austell, 88 in Peachtree City. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Look at that. He's got a tie. He's not wearing the coat over it, so he's what do you call that? Casual. Business casual. Yeah. Business casual. Bill Crane, ladies and gentlemen, is with us. We're going to drain the brain of business casual Bill Crane. And we're going to drain. We got some politics, crazy politics all over. But let's start locally, Jared Yamamoto.
We've got Brad Raffensperger in the news here.
That's a P, by the way.
Raffensperger.
People still don't know that. A lot of people think
P is silent, but it is in the name.
Listen, I don't believe in silent letters, so I will refer to him as Brad Raffensperger.
Is that why you call me Autumn?
Autumn. I don't believe in listen.
That's kind of an interesting trill there.
Autumn.
I've got an idea. If it's silent, let's just not use the letter. So, to the best of my knowledge, I'm doing it right.
Got to have the word for the days all be with extra letters in them.
We don't do words of the day anymore.
I never did. I miss it.
I researched it in my own head, and I didn't like it anymore, so I stopped. Well, we were trying to do too much with the story and everything, and then it just kind of got out. It became bigger than me.
Sometimes
That's tough.
Sometimes
That is hard to
You know,
do.
they say when the cat's pile becomes bigger than the cat, it's not worth it anymore.
I would agree.
That's where the
Not certainly not worth owning the cat if the cat's pile is worth it.
And if the cat's got piles, just get a new cat.
The word of the day used to take sometimes the entire first half hour of the show.
Yeah, and I decided, I don't know what it was. I was on a retreat somewhere, and I thought maybe that's not the best thing for the
Morning
show.
show boot camp or afternoon
Yeah, I
show
think it was.
boot
I think
camp?
it was afternoon talk show host boot camp that I went to, and I was convinced
Is that a national conference or a local
it was
conference?
national. It was international, actually. And they put me in a room, and they convinced me over 6 or 7 hours that beginning every show with 30 minutes of the word of the day probably wasn't going to grow things.
You learn from the German afternoon shows. They're the ones that kind of taught you
They're
not to
the
go.
efficient one.
Get in and get out.
Ein word a day.
All right, what are the stories
All
from
right,
Bill
all right.
Crane?
So Brad Raffensperger is in the news, and he has been one of the advocates saying that we should keep the current voting system that we have now. And with the runoff election that we just had, he was able to pull some of the data and was able to prove that with the touchscreen voting machines that we have now, that it's actually more efficient than going back to paper ballots. And he has proof to pull that
The
off.
runoff election, they did what's called a risk managing audit, where they looked backwards at the races for governor and senate, those two runoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And of 159 counties, 1.07 million votes, there were exact totals, because they've got those paper receipts, that matched on all the electronic ballots. However, on the non-touchscreen, hand-marked paper ballots, there were 23 irregularities, human error. If you extrapolate that to a general election where we'll probably have 5 million votes, that would be an error rate of around 3,500 with the same number of percentage of paper ballots. Paper ballots are obviously manual, multiple pages, and more prone to error, bubbling in and then scanning. So the secretary, and I happen to agree with him, thinks that the electronic voting that we started in 2000, the first state in the country to go all electronic, and the new system that was implemented in 2020 is faster, efficient, and more secure, and also gets you the results quicker.
Well, let's also look at this. Maduro was in jail, so maybe he wasn't there to flip the votes normally. So maybe we
I thought
solved
he used
this
Chinese
problem.
satellites.
I think it's
could have
that.
still done it from jail.
George
too,
tells
that
me it's that weather machine they have down there.
okay.
That's, I'm not exactly Harp. Yeah, it's Natalie Harp is the weather machine they're using to flip votes. You know what? We're just citizens, right? We just have to. Here's the problem, Bill, and I don't have any reason to believe that anything he said isn't true. It's just we have to believe somebody, and we're in a situation now where people just don't believe anything that they hear from anybody. So you just have to take somebody's word, right? So, well, do I take Trump's word? Do I take Brad Raffensperger's word? Do I have to, I think
the difference I would point out
well,
is
Brad Raffensperger does it, and he lives in the state.
and
he's,
has data that,
yes.
he didn't hand count the 1.17 million.
Right,
Really should have.
The counties did, and they
He
came
found
back
those 11,000
without,
votes, though.
independently
I know,
counting.
yeah. And the
They didn't all
garbage.
sit in a room and count at the same time.
Yeah.
Independently, they got the same tallies, except for again.
No, I think it's probably absolutely correct. At this point, we have muddied the water so much.
Yeah, it's very muddy.
It's just very difficult for people to know. And meanwhile, we're in a situation where nobody believes anything from any institution anywhere. So it's nice that he has the evidence, and
I think
people
there
like
is a
you.
silent majority out there that
yeah.
don't pay attention or in the weeds that don't distrust it. But I would agree with you. There's a lot of muck.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's it's just very difficult now. Probably it's best unless you can prove. This is the way it is. You can understand that people, because they hear about hacking and digital and just normal life. And so you can understand why people would question this, certainly. But, really, if you look at it properly, we have been doing it this way since the year 2000. If you can't prove that it's gone wrong, then probably you should stick with what you've been doing since the year 2000. It's not, if you have a claim, it is incumbent upon you that are claiming that this is not a sound system. It's 100% on you to prove it. It's not for the people who've been running it since the year 2000 to prove to you that it works. It's because from their point of view, it does work. If you're saying it doesn't work, then the proper role is you need to prove that in order to change.
Another data point in response to the president's remarks last week The states were notified by a list that Homeland Security had prepared of 250,000 voters registered that are in the 50 states, with a concentration of them being in 18 states. Georgia got their list with 2,500 names on them. The state did a cross-check, and they also have a purging process they go through.
Like everyone, if you don't vote for 4 or 5 years.
But most of that 2,500 names were not actually registered. They were either in a pending classification or because they weren't citizens, they'd been denied. And they found actually 150 names. And looking at the 2024 election, where they did a hard audit specifically looking for non-citizens, there were apparently 9 votes cast.
Well, there you go.
By 9 citizens.
Well, it was all worth it.
Out of
I told you.
Out of about 4 million.
Yeah.
So just do the error rate on that, and it's
big.
Here's a question.
Let's see how much more time we should spend on this.
Having nothing to do with Trump or anything, just the federal government. How much constitutional right does the federal government have over these issues? Can they demand answers from a state like Georgia?
Currently, via Constitution, states control the elections. Via executive order, the president has tried to get the voter lists from all 50 states sent to the U.S. Postal Service for cross-referencing of mail ballots. So far, the administration, recently Connecticut this past week, has lost 16 different times litigation with the states over this matter. Some states have already sent their list to the U.S. Postal Service. There is no central list. There is no federal voter list, and there's not supposed to be. You want to talk about something being hacked, put it all in one place.
Right. That's exactly the mistake that you would make, is by making just one point of weakness that somebody could get to it. The fact that it is 50 states running it themselves. And also, apparently I saw Tom Tillis speaking about the timeline of the whole thing is absolutely absurd. He was breaking down North Carolina.
There's no way you could implement the SAVE Act by November.
It's not possible. It's just simply not possible. So the whole thing is just very silly. But, I think we can all agree, no matter where you stand politically, we live in silly times.
I would say we're kind of in a twilight zone.
Yeah, a silly twilight zone. Can we meet in the middle? A swilight zone, if you will.
There we go. I'll go with swilight.
Alex Williams says there's a crash on 75 South in Marietta. Alex, it seems like I'm saying the word crash a lot today.
Quite a few of them, Eric, but you always bring the good luck with you, and that is we just watched Georgia State Patrol move this crash from the center lane to the right shoulder. All lanes have since reopened. 75 southbound within the last minute or so at South Marietta Parkway. Going to take a little time for those delays to improve, leaving Highway 5, and unfortunately it's slower south of there, just trying to get onto I-285 southbound near Truist Park. That is all due to that right lane construction continuing in both directions. 285 north and southbound between Paces Ferry and South Atlanta Road. Also in West Atlanta, all lanes have been blocked and reopened for the second time today. At Holmes Drive, exit 52, crash moved to the right shoulder there. That has jammed up the ride back to Lowry Boulevard, but those delays coming out of downtown should start to shake out now that all lanes are open. And a crash still working into DeKalb County. Right lane blocked of the I-20 eastbound collector distributor ramp right there at Wesley Chapel Road. Traffic brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save on summer fruit at Whole Foods Market. Get $4.99 per pound organic red cherries with Prime through July 28th while supplies last. Shop in store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It's the 26th annual WSB Radio Carathon this Thursday and Friday.
And we want to thank our friends over at Breda Pest Management, Peach State Hardwood, and Scorpion Septic.
Thank you very much
for their contribution and continued support for the kids at the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorders Center at Children's.
Thank you for all your support.
You can donate right now at WSBradio.com/carathon.
Won't you please donate?
It's just a matter of time. Clogged toilets, sinks, and sewer backups are common. It happened to me, and I call TE. Chris Chandler here. The drain team at TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling cleared my drain fast and for just $73. Get same-day service from experienced specialists with stock vehicles to clear your clog fast for just $73.
TE Certified, we love your home.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Chris, financial study after financial study keeps showing us a troubling trend. Many Americans believe they could work and work and work with no end in sight and still not have enough saved to retire comfortably. And that's the key word here. So how do we retire comfortably?
One of the things I think everybody listening should focus on is pick a retirement date. If you're in a traditional job and it's not your passion and you don't own the company, pick a retirement date. Do you want to retire at 62? Do you want to retire at 65? Pick that date, meet with us, and let's go get it. And we will map it out, but give us a target to hit. My expectation is if you came in and we broke all of that down and created a financial plan around it, my inclination is that you go back to work with a totally different attitude because you will have a target to shoot for. Now, for those of you that do not have $1 million portfolio, it's okay. Your number is your number. We've got to make it work for you. It's all about income and the safety of that income and the taxation of that income on you. So do not discount what you've built and what you have saved, but begin the process, especially if you fit this category where you feel like I may have to work, I guess, forever, as there is no retirement date. Yeah. That's a lot of burden to carry. I think, and I would hope, we can lift some of that burden for you.
It all starts with the Portfolio X-Ray, and that report is complimentary. Get started with the Hoffman Financial Group today. Call 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858 and online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard's new Orchard offers, you don't just get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers, you review them all, and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Men, if ED or PE is affecting your performance in the bedroom, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's performance in the bedroom in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Even when Viagra and Cialis have failed, men are now lasting longer than ever. Right now, your consultation and first treatment are free. Call Priority Men's Medical Center now at 404-885-8885 or PriorityMen'sMedical.com.
All right, first, Bill Crane, tell us how we can get more Bill Crane. Then secondly, tell me why that little
Stink
area
bugs.
of 400 smells like stink bugs.
So you don't want those stink bug information to your listeners first. It's more important.
Well, no, I want to get Bill Crane
Okay.
first. I want to make sure.
Bill Crane, One Man's Opinion, Bill Crane, CSI Crane, most of the socials under CSI Crane or Bill Crane. And One Man's Opinion is available here on the WSBRadio.com website and about 90 other news outlets around the state. About to be, hopefully, in the next month, 130 outlets because we're picking up a big group of newspapers in South and Southwest Georgia.
Our little boy is growing up. Yeah, so
stink
why?
bugs?
Yes, and why does this stretch of 400 smell like stink bugs?
Stink bugs like to be outdoors in the sun, and they will nest in trees or kudzu. There's a lot of that along 400 as well. And they're clearing out a lot of timber because of the expansion of 400, where, as you said, the tool zones used to be for the path trail that's going north further to perimeter center. So when you take down a large nest or area of wild stink bugs that aren't on your house, their first defense mechanism is to spray because they don't know it could be an animal taking the tree down. But it will linger in the air for days, sometimes weeks. I live across from a kudzu patch that's next to the path trail. They cleared it out a few years ago. It stank of stink bug for a month.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad it's just something I can drive through. It's not sitting over my
It's not
house
permanent.
right
It's
now.
not a dead animal. It doesn't have that stench, but it is very distinctive. We'll last.
So I wonder if we're going to have permits in the future, since we're displacing these stink bugs.
Oh, yeah,
we're
yeah.
building
We got to
them.
get the EPA and the
Absolutely. Hey, before we get to whatever you were going to bring up next, Jared, I wanted to ask you, because we were just talking about the new Prime Minister of England,
the
UK. And so this guy, he's young, and he's the next big thing, whatever. They've had 7 prime ministers, I think, in the last, I don't know how
there's
many
no
years.
Tony Blair or Margaret Thatcher in the crowd they've had
So
recently.
this is just my notion. I don't have an opinion on it. I'm just wondering about this. It seems like whatever reasons they left Brexit, or they did the Brexit, is the timing seems to be that country has become ungovernable since then. Is that a coincidence, do you think? Or
Well,
is
remember,
there...
they've had efforts by Ireland and Scotland to break away from the United Kingdom. Though they still have a Commonwealth, the bonds are a lot less strong with places like Australia. And, you look at the land mass and the broad, they've still got a GDP that's pretty impressive. But as a world power, they're just not there anymore. And so I think the challenge in part is the British people coming to terms. They've kept the royal family, but you can throw out your elected leadership. And if they don't like general direction, if they're concerned about the economy, if they're concerned about Britain throwing in with the United States on an unpopular war.
Which is that true that he's going to allow
He said they
us?
could use it for defensive bombing runs.
Which
I assume that would mean after the U.S.'s military installations in Jordan, Bahrain, Qatar have been attacked, they can use the British bases, which are pushed forward in some or in parts of Europe. That you
should I just? I'm just wondering. Should I just assume that this guy's going to be unpopular in 6 months? It just seems like anybody who takes that job.
Honestly, I think it has more than anything else to do with their economy. If their economy is performing, they've had a tremendous stagflation and lowered employment, particularly for younger Brits.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're, look at the president now, he had a net plus in the last election of men under 30. He's now 55%, 55 points down with that specific demographic. And part of it's the economy, concern about jobs, employment.
But their economy's
AI.
just been a mess for a
correct.
good long time. But that might I don't know enough about Brexit or whether they should have stayed or whatnot. But the timing just seems like that place got ungovernable immediately. I mean, I think all of these prime ministers have been since then, haven't they?
The Conservatives that fell out after Brexit haven't been able to get back in office and stay in office, and there's, as you know, there's more than 2 parties there now. So there's the challenge is putting together a coalition that holds as well.
Yeah, Teresa Russell, is that her name? She was there for 7 minutes or something. As the
Theresa
prime
May.
minister. Teresa May, right? All right, very quickly, another story back here. I'm sorry, Trump, I had to go overseas there for a moment.
Well, I get it.
Let's get back. Let's get back to the only country God cares about, America.
That's right. We'll get even hyper local here. The mayor.
By the way, that was a joke. If you were listening, I don't know why I feel like I have to say that.
America,
I just feel like
God shed His grace on thee.
Hell yeah!
Go ahead, Jared.
The mayor of Stockbridge, Jaden Williams, is the subject of an independent investigation launched by the city, and the city has not publicly disclosed what the allegations are. But they've limited what he can use his money.
This kid's 22 years old, right?
So somewhat similar to the city of South Fulton, you've had some generational change elections in these newer cities. Stockbridge is not new, but it's majority-minority. And they had a long-standing mayor who didn't seek re-election, who's been replaced. And it appears to be use of his purchasing card and making expenditures that are personal with public dollars are the crux of the issue. Mm-hmm. But it must be more than that because they're
they cut him off, right?
Cut him off out of the building. He can go to public spaces. He can't go into his own office. It's sort of like the situation in South Fulton, and I assume it'll resolve itself in court eventually. But
so we'll find out whether it's ridiculous or whether it's deserved. Then we can't know that now. Right?
They spent a great deal of money in the 2000 teens building a new city hall complex and a beautiful amphitheater. Gladys Knight opened the amphitheater. The reason I mentioned it, 40% of their budget is going to the debt service of those two structures.
And they've had to raise their budget to $73 million or something like that.
Correct. So they're paying
50s.
more for less services, but we got a very nice city hall and a very nice amphitheater.
Boondoggles, Bill Crane. That's what I say. All right, Bill Crane, thank you very, very much.
Always a pleasure.
Have yourself a great week.
You too.
Alex Williams says, you're not going anywhere fast through downtown.
Yeah, that is the truth, Eric. 400 southbound, 75, 85, all very slow trying to get into the city. You're looking at about 35 minutes if you're getting on 400 south from Lenox Road just to get down to I-20. 85 southbound, the brake lights grab you just south of North Druid Hills. And if you're traveling 75, 85 northbound, that ride is also packed in. Highway 166, Langford Parkway, all the way up to Freedom Parkway. So pack your patience if you got to get through downtown this afternoon. Better news over in DeKalb County. Crash cleared on the I-20 eastbound collector distributor ramp between 285 and Wesley Chapel Road. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Rufus from Findlay Roofing has fetched you a huge discount. Now through July 21st, save $1,600 on a new roof with payments starting at $139 per month. Sale info at FindlayRoofing.com.
At Ameris Bank, we know it's never just business when it's your business. So we're here to be your partner. Whether you're launching a startup, expanding locations, or managing daily finances at your company, you can do it all with a committed financial partner on your side. Our expert business bankers are ready to empower you on your financial journey. We're Ameris Bank, and we're fiercely yours. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Cracks around your windows, doors, or in your bricks could be foundation trouble.
I'm Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack. Foundations are all we do, so we fix it right the first time.
Google Atlanta Ramjack for your free estimate.
Ramjack. Georgia's growing fast. That includes more large energy users like data centers choosing to do business here. The good news? Georgia Power says residential customers won't pay more because of it. Large load customers are required to fully fund the infrastructure needed to serve them, helping protect homeowners and small businesses from added costs. In fact, Georgia Power has frozen base rates through 2028, and beginning 2029, the typical residential customer could see annual savings in their bill averaging more than $100. Learn more at georgiapower.com/data centers.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by A1 Garage Door Service. Our top local story, Operation Red Card, targets human trafficking during World Cup activities in Atlanta. Homeland Security Stephen Schrank says they made over 150 arrests and rescued 54 victims.
These arrests and rescues are more than numbers. They represent lives changed, exploitation stopped, and our community made safer.
He says one of the most egregious perpetrators came to Atlanta after arranging a meetup online with a girl he thought was only 14 years old. The FBI seizes nearly 700 unauthorized drones flying near World Cup events nationwide, including almost 100 in Atlanta.
We were really thankful that we didn't have any real bad actors that had any malintent with their drone.
FBI Atlanta Special Agent in Charge Marlo Graham says almost all were hobbyists and most will get their drones back after paying a fine. It is 91 degrees in Atlanta. A few spotty rain showers around Metro Atlanta this hour. What days could see widespread showers and storms? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. As hostilities between the U.S. and Iran escalate, Secretary Pete Hegseth asked Congress for more money for the military.
Not funding this department at $1.5 trillion, I believe, is the greatest threat that our nation
faces.
He's asking the Senate Appropriations Committee for an additional $87 billion to ensure America's military readiness across the board. A dignified transfer of 2 U.S. service members killed by Iranian airstrikes in Jordan is postponed, and one of them has ties to Georgia.
The White House had said President Trump would attend the solemn ceremony to pay respects for troops killed overseas. It comes after the strike that killed 19-year-old Private Isabella Gonzalez of Carrollton, Texas, and 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan, whose father says lived mainly in Georgia. Feehan's parents tell CNN they are devastated by his death. They say he was set to be married when he returned from deployment. The deaths of Feehan and Gonzalez are the first American casualties from Iranian strikes since March. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
Cobb County commissioners approve a new housing unit near Kennesaw State University's main campus. It'll house almost 600 students. The site currently has 2 office buildings. 2 commissioners voted against the project, citing increased traffic along Chastain Center Boulevard. The Red Cross says there is a critical need for blood in Georgia right now.
Blood donations usually drop off in the summer with schools out and vacations, but the collection drop-off in June hit about 25%. The Red Cross's Garrett Reed says they need blood as well as platelets.
Those platelets are so critical. We are using platelets at a very high rate for cancer patients and burn victims in the state of Georgia. So having those units available are really critical.
You don't need to know your blood type to give. The Red Cross will tell you what it is. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
2 weight loss drug makers are battling it out in court.
The global weight loss drug market expected to reach $120 billion a year by the year 2030. That's what may be behind the actions of Novo Nordisk, the maker of Ozempic and Wegovy. It is suing Eli Lilly over what it calls misleading ads that it makes for Zepbound and Mounjaro GLP-1 weight loss drugs, saying it uses outdated weight loss comparisons that used lower doses of Novo's obesity shot Wegovy. There is no comment from Eli Lilly. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
Tropical storm Bertha is skirting Florida's northwest Gulf Coast. National Hurricane Center Deputy Director Jamie Rome says most of the rain and storms are staying out to sea.
The storm is experiencing what we call northerly shear, or there's strong winds to the north that are pushing all of that shower and thunderstorm activity to the south.
Tropical storm warnings are posted from Mexico Beach to the Alabama border. Bertha is expected to make landfall in Louisiana. The Georgia DOT says the full closure of the west side perimeter is canceled for this weekend due to weather concerns and will be rescheduled. This is part of the ongoing project from South Atlanta Road to Paces Ferry Road. It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
All right, Bill, let's refresh that ride to the northern suburbs. Toughest one of it's going to be 75 northbound right now, and it's all volume through Marietta into Kennesaw. The heaviest brake lights will find you right around Highway 5, the Canton Road connector, and stay with you up to Chastain Road, while 575 northbound keeping your foot close to that brake pedal as well, leaving I-75 to Highway 92 in Ackworth. Still bunched up in Sandy Springs on 400 northbound from 285. Looking for trouble up around the North Springs MARTA station. Then the brake lights are going to come at you again out of Alpharetta into Cumming. You're going to be on the brakes from Windward Parkway due to earlier trouble that cleared up around Highway 20 Buford Drive. 85 northbound, toughest part of that ride is leaving Chamblee Tucker, passing Pleasantdale Road, and then just moderate volume stays with you up into Norcross and Duluth. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies for this evening, mainly dry, though an isolated rain shower can't be ruled out. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Scattered rain showers in the North Georgia mountains may make their way into the northern suburbs for tomorrow evening. By Thursday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms all across the metro area. Daytime highs in the mid-80s. Rain showers will stick around through the rest of this week and into this weekend.
Storm tracker radar showing a few spotty rain showers around metro Atlanta at this hour. Most of the activity to the east of Atlanta. Right now it's 92 in Decatur, 91 in Smyrna, 88 in Stonecrest. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
The attorneys at Steel Horse Law meet directly with you. SteelHorseLaw.com. WSB.com.
There comes a moment when you look at your aging parents and think, I just want them safe. I want them at home, and I just want them cared for. Maybe your mom wants to stay in the house she lived in for 40 years. Maybe dad just isn't ready to leave his garden, but you know they can't do it alone anymore. It's Belinda Skelton. I recommend Atlanta-based Four Seasons Home Care. They specialize in helping your loved ones age in place in the comfort and dignity of their own homes. With caregivers you can actually trust, every single caregiver is thoroughly background checked and carefully vetted, because Four Seasons knows when someone steps into your parents' home, they're stepping into your family. Don't settle for just anyone when it comes to the people you love most. Do what I did when my parents needed help. Choose trusted, compassionate home care. Choose Four Seasons Home Care. Google and then call Four Seasons Home Care today.
What are your 5 very favorite things to spend time on? Your core pursuits, your purpose in life. I'm Wes Moss, and step 2 of my new green book, The Retire Sooner Method, explores why having these 5 core pursuits is imperative for a happy retirement. So what's your answer? Discover the hobbies on steroids the happiest retirees share, plus the roadmap they use. Order on Amazon, then visit retiresoonermethod.com to claim your free bonuses.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. So why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you could find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
All right. So we brought in Shelley Winter because we ended with Bill on this story in Stockbridge about the 22-year-old mayor that has been now locked out by the city council.
Jaden Williams.
And Shelley has really been following this, so he wanted to give us a little more context here. I sense from our conversation you think the 22-year-old may be in the right here.
I just feel that I sounded like Tim there.
You see what'll happen? He'll get inside your head.
Now he's in my head. I think they're going after this young man. He beat the previous mayor who was behind. They have this big amphitheater. $32 million.
All right, so it's one thing at a time. So he's 22. The mayor that he beat had been there for a very long time.
Right.
And so I will assume from you telling me that probably the members of the city council were close to this mayor who was there for a long time.
Except for one guy who just got elected in the same cycle as
so
the
this
mayor.
kid got elected in January.
Right.
Okay.
And it was sworn in January. Elected
right,
in
obviously.
November.
Yeah, obviously.
And I can't, whatever he spent on his P card, these longtime city council
Again,
members.
we got to stop for most people. The P card is in city councils or mayors. This is basically your credit card, and they're saying that he spent wildly and recklessly with that card, and that would be taxpayer money, right? Okay.
And it's for gas and things. You do things. You go to an event or something. Some city council members abuse it. They pay for conferences and things like that. Some don't. But I'm sure the 4 council members who have been there for several election cycles.
You would say if you dug in deep, you would. I'm going to stop you before you make an allegation.
Yes,
you would be surprised to find that there was nothing there.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I think they're going after this kid because he probably came in there asking because he got elected on the heels of this $32 million boondoggle that they found, and
now stop there and explain that. So the budget of Stockbridge used to be like in the 50 million,
20 million,
that
30 million, yeah.
Okay, and then they went and they decided to build this amphitheater, which my understanding is that it's beautiful.
It's a wonderful place,
but it cost way more, and now they've had to raise the budget because of this thing, right? This thing is debt now.
Right, it's debt.
And it's not like they're putting the Stones in there anytime soon, right? So it's like... Right.
It's urban concerts, which I don't mind. I love all music, but they're longtime residents of Stockbridge who have been complaining about the noise, much like residents of Buckhead complained about Chastain for many years early on. And so it's just... the whole thing is
now. So do you feel like this is still that ultimately we're going to find out it's about this amphitheater in the end, as far as allegiances go?
I think what we're going to find out is they're going after a young kid that they probably told you could do whatever you want with your P card. Don't worry about it. And he's young. He did it, and now they're jamming him up. And the whole idea is to sully his reputation and name because he's probably asking questions of the amphitheater, of public works, because that's where the fraud happens. And I'm not saying it's going on in Stockbridge.
If there were fraud,
that's where it happens.
You would find it at that level.
Right.
Who was the how were deals made?
Right.
Did we build an amphitheater because the people of Stockbridge were demanding it, or did we build it because builders that we know were suggesting that it's something that we ought to do, and maybe also those builders have money when it comes campaign season? These are the questions. These are not allegations.
Right.
These are the questions that would be asked to find out if this kid is on to something, or, because we don't know, did he just show up as a 22-year-old and then basically needed to be cut off because things, the wiser minds were like, hey, we don't know, but we do know that that's a city council that's mostly comprised of people who thought, yeah, thumbs up, we need to spend this money on an amphitheater.
Absolutely. And I think even if it was a kid that just got elected, let's take the kid out of it, 22 years out of it. Let's just say a newly elected mayor. Let's say he did overspend on his P card, which is his card that uses taxpayer dollars to spend on city things that you're working on, right? Even if that is the case, you just say, hey, give back the money. You don't block him from everything. Right. You don't. Basically, he got fired by the city council after being elected.
So he's not allowed in the building even?
He's not allowed to use city vehicles. He's not allowed in
This is like what happened.
And the investigation is current. It's going on now.
Yeah, they don't have a they don't have a finding.
They have no finding. So why would you stop him from doing his job after he's been elected and you're in the middle or just starting an investigation? It sounds like
there's a lot of smoke.
A lot of smoke.
That's
not on his side, on the other side.
Yeah. Oh, and if they have a point, then they should make whatever that point is. This is a lot like the mayor in South Fulton that held his own Easter egg thing. Is that guy still around, or is he gone?
No, he lost.
Yeah, Kamau is out now.
And let me tell you, one of the things in that city of South Fulton, I'll give you an idea of how they work, these city councils work. In that situation, he went to Africa 3 times because he was invited by different legislations or legislators legislative bodies in Africa to do trade with the city of South Fulton
now,
because they're right next to the airport.
Sure.
So a lot of people look at Georgia. Georgia's a great place to do business. We hear it every election. We have a great airport, and these cities are near the airport. So there are delegates who want to do business. There are companies that want to do business. So they'll invite the mayor of several cities to come.
Now, the question with that is, that can be totally legitimate, or it can be abused like anything else. So the question is, do we go on 6 of these a year, or do we go on 2?
I don't know that anybody yells at Governor Kemp when he takes 6 or 7 people to Taiwan for the same thing.
No, but he comes back with, the thing is, they would yell at him if he didn't come back with jobs and plant and things like that.
Those jobs come back years later.
Right.
It's not something you come back with a contract. Those things come back. Those things have to be negotiated, talked about for years. And I'm not defending this former mayor of the city of South Fulton. I'm just saying in these small cities, it is so allegedly corrupt that if you ask the wrong questions as an elected official, all of a sudden you become the target, because a lot of them are run by companies. They're not run by these city councils.
Yeah, we're now talking about city councils at large, just not Stockbridge necessarily. But you were telling me earlier that that's if you want to see corruption, you find it at the small city level, because you don't really have a lot of oversight.
None at all, except for the press like us talking about it. None at all. And these city managers are hired. These city managers, they're independent, but they're usually hired through some company. The lawyers, the attorneys, the city attorneys, they're not some like Tim Andrews attorney at law. They're like Andrews, Winter, and Von Hessler, big corporate firms.
And you have to wonder with these projects. Again, we're not talking about Stockbridge necessarily here. Just any small city. Who is giving money to the politicians who end up in City Hall?
It's fascinating.
And quite often, construction and things like that are part of the money that comes out of it.
It's very
Again, not talking about Stockbridge necessarily.
I don't see any scandal like this come out of McDonough. I'm just saying, hey, same county.
It's fascinating because you have these areas, right? They're sitting there. They've been there for hundreds of years. Then all of a sudden, some state rep or some politician or some person puts together a cityhood movement, right? Yeah. And there's cityhood signs, they're advertising, there are people running around talking about it, and you say to yourself, where'd that money come from? It didn't come from the people weren't sitting around saying we need to have a city.
Hey, let's get a fund going.
Right. You know, people are backing this, and so that's where it is. And so you get a young man elected because the people of Stockbridge saw what possibly allegedly could be fraudulent in the building of a new city hall and all these things. He gets elected. He starts asking questions, is what I'm thinking happened, and then everyone has to put him in his place.
Yeah, I think that it's pretty obvious that it was a stupid idea for the city of Stockbridge to have an amphitheater. That is just if you know anything about live music and where that is right now and how that's going, that is a boondoggle that was waiting to happen, and I think just given the fact that it costs so much more than they said it was going to cost,
absolutely,
I would put it in boondoggle land.
Absolutely.
But, well, that's it. I just wanted to have you because we were just kind of going over it a little bit, and I had remembered that you've been talking about this actually for a couple of days.
And everything I just said is alleged.
Oh yeah.
We're just asking questions.
Hey,
questions.
Listen. They don't have it. They need to spend their money wisely at Stockbridge. That's all I'm saying. Thanks
Trey
a lot,
Songz
Shelley.
coming to play at the Stockbridge Amphitheater this Friday, by the way.
And how many
Trey Songz.
How many tickets does Trey Songz sell?
That's
you can buy the cheapest ticket up at the top of that place, buy it there, and just walk down to the front row.
This was approved by a bunch of people who know nothing about the touring business, right? It's like in Alpharetta. Is it Alpharetta where they're like, hey, we just want to build it, and we think we'll get a hockey team.
It's the same thing.
Is that Alpharetta? No, that's not the
No,
reasoning.
No, I'm saying it's the same. No. It's the same thing that's going on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Absolutely.
If you have the hockey team,
then
build
you
it. You don't build it hoping to get a hockey team.
Right. In
All
Alpharetta.
Right. Shelley, thank you very much for giving us some context there. Alex Williams says 285 West is jammed into Cobb. It hasn't been jammed into Cobb. You're saying if you're trying to get into Cobb, it's going to be difficult because the traffic is jammed up.
That is absolutely correct,
Thank
Eric.
you.
If you're trying to get over to Truist Park for the Braves game, pack your patience. Maybe should have left a little bit earlier because 285 West is pretty much all brake lights starting right around Chamblee, Dunwoody Road over to Georgia 400. It loosens up just a tad bit as you pass Riverside Drive, only to slow heavily again at New Northside Powers Ferry. A lot of this is all due to that right lane construction continuing on 285 southbound below Paces Ferry. It's having a negative impact on 75 southbound out of Marietta with those delays stretching back up toward North Marietta Parkway. 285 northbound, same story. All brake lights from Hallowell Parkway up into that right lane construction zone as well. That's northbound too between South Atlanta and Paces Ferry. So just be aware of that. Pack your patience if you're traveling either side of the perimeter there. 285 east and southbound into Cobb County. I'm still watching a slow ride starting at Georgia 400 over to I-85. Southbound, you're going to stay close to that brake pedal traveling into Clarkston with delays improving right around East Ponce exit 40. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It's a worthwhile cause right here in our own city.
For 26 years now, WSB has teamed up with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta to find cures for childhood cancers and blood disorders.
All of us at WSB team up to benefit the kids.
Join us again for 2 days of magic.
This Thursday and Friday.
You can make miracles happen. Won't you please help?
More information in the WSB Radio app.
Or online at WSBradio.com.
Summer's a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or your tan. Hey guys, it's Mark Aram here. I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once-yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one in hair restoration I trust more than Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair summer sales event on for a limited time, so get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 470-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
The idea of new floors sounds exciting until you think about the mess, the moving, and your home being turned upside down. Don't worry about it. Peach State Hardwood takes all the stress and mess out of the process. With clear upfront pricing, delivery and installation by their in-house team, even moving and protecting your furniture. And when it's all done, your home is left spotless. No stress, no surprises, just a home that feels brand new. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at peachstatehardwood.com. Peach State Hardwood. Hardwood without the hassle.
This is Scott Slade, and if your air conditioning is having trouble keeping you comfortable this summer, I have good news. Ragsdale Heating and Air is here to keep you and your family cool and save you money. Right now, you can get up to $1,700 off if you carry your home comfort system, and that'll include Ragsdale's own exclusive 15-year parts and labor warranty. Don't forget, Ragsdale is your go-to team for plumbing, electrical, and insulation, too. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. With over 13,000 five-star reviews, Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Last year, we had 295 trials where we'd been offered a total of $90 million on all those cases. When the dust settled, we had recovered over $1.1 billion in verdicts and mid-trial settlements. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. We won a lot, $30 billion and counting. The best part of all those wins is that it helps you when you hire us. All those wins allow us to let the insurance company know we mean business. And believe me, they know who we are. If you've been injured, Google Morgan & Morgan results. You're not bragging if it's a fact. 3 million people tried to hire us last year alone. That happened for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com and let's get started this minute. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Thou pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We have almost no time in this segment, so how about an open mic?
All right, EVH, you don't want to run for an office. That makes sense, but maybe a legitimate alternative would be you as a consigliere or something to somebody who's running, and you can they can like be your proxy. And then you can have your podcast that sort of like includes what's going on there and just be open about everything and start something new and have your coupled with a real podcast.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. All this stuff sounds wonderful, but anything that brings politicians closer to me in my life is something that I'm going to reject. I would tell you, politicians actually creep me out for the most part. Just being around, I don't like being around politicians. And obviously, I'm not an idiot. There's a there's a scale there of to least evil to most evil, and everybody isn't on the most evil end. But I don't like being around people who have made that decision. I want to be a politician. Once you make that decision, you've decided, as far as I'm concerned, to separate yourself out from the pack. And I'm happy to leave you out there, and you do your thing, and you come up with your machinations to gain more power and convince yourself that, cutting a corner here or there, or maybe not being completely truthful here is actually good, because you have to have power in order to actually help people. So if I have to lie to some people to get power to help, you see what I'm going? Once you say, I want to be a politician, you are entering into that realm, and it's kind of a necessary evil, right? We need politicians. I just don't want them anywhere near me. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 75 North in Akron.
And thankfully, Eric, it just cleared to the right shoulder, 75 northbound between Highway 92 and Alatoona Gateway, but that has put a little bit of an extra bit on the slow ride as you travel north through Kennesaw and Marietta. 400 northbound in Sandy Springs, still a bumper-to-bumper ride starting right around I-285 heading up to the North Springs MARTA station. 85 northbound's gotten a tad slower as well up into Norcross as you leave Chamblee-Tucker Road into DeKalb County. Those delays are going to stay with you up to Beaver Ruin Road. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Summer is here, which not only means the heat is here, but also summer storms and hurricane season. Will your home be protected when severe weather hits? Dave Baker here for Brightbox Electrical, a Coolray company. Brightbox Electrical specializes in generator installation to keep your essential appliances running when you need them most. Right now, pay no interest for 18 months and paid in full, with payments as low as $200 per month for qualified buyers. Go to brightboxelectrical.com and schedule your free generator consultation today.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep. I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh. I guess I am a genius.
All right, easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
When you're sick, you don't go to the vet. So if you get hurt on your bike, don't just call any attorney. Call the motorcycle injury specialist at Steel Horse Law. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Motorcycle cases are complex with distinct laws, regulations, and technical aspects. Steel Horse Law knows those inside and out, so your case is rock solid. That's how they win big for bikers. Get your free case evaluation at steelhorselaw.com.
Georgia Power is here for you with programs, tools, and incentives that lower your bill. But we also have a few ways you can save right now. Unplug devices like TVs when they're not being used, or use a power strip you can switch off. Make sure you're only using the lights you need. Change out your HVAC filter and make sure your vents are clear. Set your thermostat at 78 for max efficiency. But every degree closer helps, because everything we save on energy can be better spent being there for the people we care about. Visit georgiapower.com for more energy-saving tips.
Sounds like your car is giving you trouble again, Frank.
Mary, I think she's finally running out of steam after all these years.
Well, why don't you give her a second chance where she can make a difference in the community?
What do you mean?
Donate her to Tommy Novus Center. I just donated my vehicle. It was super easy and fast, and they'll use the proceeds to help people with disabilities find jobs.
That's a great idea. What a feeling knowing my old rundown car can help someone.
Donate your old vehicle, RV, or boat to Tommy Novus Center and help people with disabilities gain meaningful employment. Call 866-NOVUS-AUTO or visit TommyNovusCenter.org and donate today.
For over 50 years, Breda Pest Management has believed in doing right by our community. It's got slaved with my friend Matt Breda of Breda Pest Management. Matt, thank you for your support of the WSB Carathon, benefiting the Aflac Cancer Center at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
We will give $100 for every new Breda client now through July 24th with a minimum donation of $20,000. Let's make an impact together.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. news, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, we are learning more today about the massive security effort to help keep World Cup activities safe in Atlanta. The FBI says that includes stopping illegal drone activity.
95 of 700 rogue drones seized for violating the FIFA World Cup no-fly zones were in Atlanta. FBI Atlanta Special Agent in Charge Marlo Graham says almost all were simple hobbyists or content creators.
Many people had just bought their drone the night prior and put it up and got it seized the very next day.
Now they're working with the U.S. Attorney's Office on the pilot's cases.
We do believe it's going to be likely paying a $500 fine and receiving the drone back.
Graham says only Miami had more seized drones during the World Cup. At FBI Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Another operation in Atlanta targets child predators.
153 arrests were made by Homeland Security, including a number for child exploitation and human trafficking crimes. Homeland Security's Stephen Schrank said he'd call Operation Red Card a success.
These arrests and rescues are more than numbers. They represent lives changed, exploitation stopped, and our community made safer.
The operation rescued 54 victims from entrapment. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
89 degrees in Atlanta. We do see a few spotty rain showers around the metro at this hour. When do we see another real rainy pattern, though? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Happening now on Capitol Hill, Secretary Pete Hegseth is grilled by senators about a request for an additional $88 billion to pay for the escalating war with Iran. Hegseth gets into a tense exchange with Georgia Senator John Ossoff.
Mr. Secretary, you stated 4 months ago that Iran's military had been rendered, quote, combat ineffective for years to come.
Hegseth tells the Senate Appropriations Committee the money is needed to sustain ongoing operations, replenish munitions, and pay service members. The Georgia Department of Agriculture is urging Georgians to buy local lettuce as the stomach bug outbreak reaches more than 30 states.
American-grown product, Georgia-grown product, is product that our consumers can have complete confidence in because of the standards that it has to meet.
State Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper says the outbreak is linked to Taylor Farms lettuce from Mexico. The state is working to pull all recalled products off store shelves, but some market-side lettuce sold at Walmart locations in Georgia are part of the recall. The final report is in on the catastrophic chemical fire and toxic gas release at the Biolab facility in Conyers nearly 2 years ago.
U.S. Chemical Safety Board Chair Steve Owen says the conditions and circumstances at the Biolab Conyers warehouse were completely unacceptable. The investigation found that there were nearly 14 million pounds of reactive chemicals stored in the warehouse without proper safeguards in place. The hazardous chemicals were packaged in roughly 5,000 giant sacks and were stacked in a way that prevented first responders from preventing it from spreading. The incident resulted in thousands of evacuations and some 90,000 people in the metro Atlanta area advised to shelter in place because of the toxic smoke from the fires. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
3 suspects face federal charges after the recent seizure of nearly 500 pounds of meth from a vehicle in Brookhaven and an apartment in Sandy Springs. Atlanta U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says the charges reflect the commitment of his office and law enforcement partners to dismantle large-scale drug trafficking operations in the community. 2 of the suspects are in the country illegally from Mexico. The others identified as Alan Hernandez of Marietta. It's being called a game changer for pet owners. Reporter Rhiannon Alley says drugstore chain CVS will allow you to fill pet prescriptions in all of its 9,000 locations across the country.
The procedure will be the same way us humans get your medicine. Your vet will either give you a paper prescription that you can bring to the store, or they can call it in, and then you just pick it up. And just like that, your pets have the medications they need. And just like with people, medications can be refilled automatically, and some can even be delivered right to your door.
It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Still a jammed ride through downtown, just bumper to bumper, Bill, on 400 South. It's thinned out a little bit in that spot leaving Lenox Road, but don't let it fool you. As soon as you hit 85, really Sidney Marcus Boulevard, that's where the heaviest of the delays start, and it is going to stay very slow on 85 South into Midtown and downtown, not finding much relief until you get down to Freedom Park Parkway. Those right lanes are going to stay slow, though, trying to get onto I-20. 75, 85 northbound, also a slow ride from Highway 166 Langford Parkway. I'm looking for trouble on the connector northbound up around Peachtree, Pine Street. It looks like that's where those delays start to break free. And on I-20 eastbound, I'm also checking a new slow zone in West Atlanta toward downtown between Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and Lowry Boulevard. We will see what's holding up that ride. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies for this evening, mainly dry, though an isolated rain shower can't be ruled out. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Scattered rain showers in the North Georgia mountains may make their way into the northern suburbs for tomorrow evening. By Thursday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms all across the metro area. Daytime highs in the mid-80s. Rain showers will stick around through the rest of this week and into this weekend.
Storm tracker radar right now picking up a few spotty rain showers around the metro area at this hour. Some of the heaviest rain right now in Walton County. It is 90 in Hapeville, 90 in Kennesaw, and 86 in Loganville. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Correctamundo, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Got a little bit of a rock and roll political street fight brewing.
Uh-oh.
Keyboard player for Journey, Jonathan Cain, calling out Bruce Springsteen. Says, shut up, Bruce. You were born in the USA, so act like it. Do a lot of this, he's like complaining that Bruce gets all political, but at the same time, he's talking about how he's releasing a song with Kid Rock or somebody about, love it or leave it, or I don't know what it's called, but it's like, that's political too. It's
people who go see Bruce Springsteen know what they're going to see.
To a certain degree.
Don't you think for the
Bruce
most part?
can overdo it. When you go to see Bruce, you're going to get a little something.
Yeah.
But I think his latest thing is just a straight up, he sees himself as resistance. I think at this point, I think you're probably right. You know what you're going to get. But this guy, Jonathan Cain, from Journey, who I have been, it's funny, he's a person who's been on my radar for a very long time because he used to be in a band called The Babies. And I saw The Babies, I don't know why, in the late 70s, early 80s. The Babies opened up for a lot of big national acts. And they had hits. They had like 2 or 3 radio hits, so it was a good...
They had that, ooh... What was the song? It's now. Of course, I'm blanking right in the middle of it.
The one that goes woo woo. That one.
Yeah.
Was it
all the way? Falling in love is the something like
yes, yeah. Falling in
every
love
time
is
I think of you.
Every time I think of you.
That's another good one.
And
These are good.
I always catch my breath.
And what was the other? Isn't it time? Isn't it time? Da 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 da. Falling in love.
What did it?
So that's so there is a part of it.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
What did it?
So the great Jonathan Waite, I believe, was his name, the lead singer. Anyway, so I saw them a lot, and they were a really good live band. I saw them open for Ted Nugent. Saw them open for Journey. And I often wonder, was it after that show, backstage, hey, you want to jump from The Babies to Journey? So I was really into Journey until they got really famous. And it wasn't really my cup of tea anymore. Yeah. No, it wasn't that. They were already, I liked Infinity and Wheel in the Sky and all that, but I didn't really keep following them. So this guy's been on my radar for a while. But let me just say this. This guy should not be talking about anything right now with other bands. All right, Journey are basically holding their lead singer hostage for this tour. Are people familiar with what's going on with Journey? So Journey is on one of these never-ending farewell tours. It's a farewell tour. Seems like they've been on tour forever. It's going to go on through 27. So this, I don't know all the way, but it's going to end sometime in 27. So what's the lead singer's name? Arlen, I forget what his name is. He went to them before this tour, and he said, he said, Arnell, right?
Arnell Pineda.
He said, I'm going through a hard time right now and very much stressed out. And, I just don't think I can do this. I just don't think that I can do this big tour. I've got too much going on, and I need some time off. I need to, and this Jonathan Cain and Neil Schon, who are the power in the band. They both said, basically, you see this contract that you signed? Yeah, okay, you have to go on tour. We're going on tour. It's going to be a farewell tour, so it's going to last, forever. And so you have this situation where they know, that's not even all of it. It may be resolved now, but for the last several years, the guitarist, Neil Schon, and Jonathan Cain, the keyboardist, have been suing each other. I think Jonathan Cain sued Neil Schon because they said he was using their credit cards too much and buying too much and using the private plane. All this kind of stuff has been going on. Two main people in the band are suing each other. The lead singer doesn't want to be there, and they're forcing him to do it. And then on top of it, this Jonathan Cain is married to a wackadoo. And I mean, this Paula White is something else. A wackadoo, I don't know, priestess, evangelical, who has the president's ear. And if you want to see some wackadoodle stuff, just dial up on YouTube some of her rantings and ravings.
Senior advisor to the White House Faith Office.
Yes.
Ew.
And she is over the top. Let me tell you, she is like, I'm trying to think. Here's one thing. She is a demon hunter. And she and Jonathan Cain, they go searching for demons in different cities.
K-pop demon hunters?
I don't know if I don't know that they're working on it. They should team up. So they're looking for demons together. and yeah, this lady, I would say,
when you Google her, that Benny Hinn guy.
Yeah, if you want to be entertained, just watch some of Paula White stuff, because I would say it's almost like the Attitude Era of wrestling. If there's an Attitude Era of preaching, she is like the Attitude. I mean, she's almost like her delivery is almost like a no nonsense female stand up comic, but it's all about don't mess with me because wherever I go. I saw one where she's like, anywhere I stand is anointed land. She's really something else.
She thinks she's a pope?
I don't know what she thinks.
Why is there an office of faith?
Because a lot, in the day-to-day stresses of the job, you can lose your faith because it's so difficult. So you need an office where they will come along and they'll notice. They'll say, hey, I think your faith is slipping. Let's, can we schedule a 3:00? And you go in there and you sit down and they restore your faith. And
everyone knows how religious I am.
Yeah, and that's beyond that whole ridiculous part of all this. But just not to get necessarily political about it, I don't think Jonathan Cain should be really criticizing anybody in music. You're holding your lead singer hostage, and you're forcing him on this never-ending tour.
This schedule, I'm looking at their tour now, Eric.
Yeah.
I mean, it is brutal. They don't take any time off until November 28th.
Why can't Steve Perry do any dates?
He doesn't want to.
Oh.
Really, guys, they're averaging it looks like about 12 to 15 shows a month. I mean, this is nuts. And by the way,
how many are all of the rest? Is the rest of the band the original members?
No, I think on this one they have brought back some people, but I don't know that they have Ross Valerie back. They fired the bassist some years ago. It's really been once Steve Perry left. First of all, Neil Schon started the band, and they were like kind of a jazz fusion band before Steve Perry got there. Steve Perry started writing some hits, so he got power within the band. Jonathan Cain came over. He wrote some hits. He wrote Faithfully. I know that. So he got power in the band. They ended up firing the bassist. The drummer situation's gone round and round. I think the drummer that's there now also sings some of the songs, and some of the Journey fans think that Arnell's voice is shot and that this guy actually does a better job with
this schedule.
Hold on, with the Steve Perry stuff. The problem is, just because you have a good voice doesn't mean that you can sing every night for 2 hours.
Right.
So I think the drummer's in a situation where he can handle 3 or 4 songs or something like that, but he can't do it, night after night after night.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a tour like this in a long time with this many dates.
Well, that Elton John farewell tour went on for about 10 years.
Did it have like 15 dates in a month? I mean, this is like literally they're playing
pretty normal.
3 or 4 shows a week.
Yeah.
It's pretty normal if you're 35 or between 35 and 55.
They're old.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, Arnell is the youngest one, and he's in his 50s, right?
By the way, October 19th, State Farm Arena here.
Well, if you want to watch a lead singer who's being held hostage.
Like a knife to his back.
Alex Williams says 75 South is bumper to bumper toward Truist Park.
Yeah, unfortunately so, Eric. If you're making that late push toward the Braves game, the Battery, Truist Park, 75 southbound, it is very slow, and it's mostly the closer you get to 285, all those right lanes of 75 South trying to ramp onto 285. Why is that? It's that right lane construction, 285 southbound, that continues between Paces Ferry and South Atlanta Road. It's also got 285 westbound still jammed up all the way back into Dunwoody from Ashford to Dunwoody Road. A little bit relief in Sandy Springs passing Riverside Drive, but don't let it fool you. You'll slow again the closer you get to 75. Same story northbound, 285 northbound. That ride is on the brakes from Hollowell Parkway for the ride up to Paces Ferry Road. That construction is also in the right lane on the northbound side as well. And I-20 eastbound into downtown, haven't found a reason for the slowing, but it is crowded 20 eastbound in West Atlanta between Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and Lowry Boulevard. Traffic brought to you by Georgia Aquarium. Atlanta families, add wonder to your weekdays from July 17th through July 26th. Buy one weekday ticket, get one free. Plan your visit now at georgiaaquarium.org. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustTale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Oh, you say I am yours, and I believe.
Finding cures for childhood cancer. It's been our passion for years at WSB.
It's the 26th annual WSB Radio Care-a-thon this Thursday and Friday.
And we need your help raising money to find and fund cures for childhood cancers and blood disorders.
Information about how you can donate can be found in the WSB Radio app
or online at WSBradio.com. Thank you for your support of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. Attention Georgia homeowners, I have a question. If new windows are supposed to save you money on your energy bills, why should you have to wait to start saving? Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, and during America's 250th anniversary celebration, we're doing something we've never done before. If you replace all the windows in your home and show us your current power bill, we're going to write you a check for 3 months of your electricity. That's right. We're going to start saving you money before we ever install the windows. And it gets better. Right now, we're doing buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. Buy 5, get 5 free. Plus, we're going to add free installation for a short period of time. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. So go to windowcomfort.com and get your free, no-pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
Every day, builders like you work hard to build the homes and businesses our communities depend on. Even in tough conditions with serious risks, you show up to get the job done right. So rely on the workers' compensation experts at Builders Insurance, ready to show up for you when it matters most. Builders protects the hardworking people behind every job site because we're built for those who build. Builders, insurance built strong. Learn more at BLDRS.com.
Not only are uneven concrete surfaces around your house eyesores, they can be serious tripping hazards. AquaGuard's concrete lifting solution is just what you need. Go to aquaguard.net today and set up a free inspection. Remember,
AquaGuard. Is your vehicle's AC blowing hot air? Stay cool this summer with AC Pro. Right now, get a $20 O'Reilly gift card after rebate with the purchase of a select AC Pro refrigerant kit. Beat the heat with AC Pro at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You make me weak. All right, Autumn Fisher, are you back to your post?
Yes, I am.
All right. Because I'm going to talk about some therapy stuff that's kind of, and I don't want you to get defensive. I want to have a conversation with you about it. I think sometimes you assume that I don't believe in therapy, but that's not true.
Okay.
I actually do believe in therapy. It's not for me, but I believe, the riffraff, they need to.
The weak-minded.
I actually really do. I think therapy is very good and helps people. This
It's
is
not for you.
But just, I'm not, let's not emphasize it. That's not my point. But my point is that I believe that therapy is very helpful for people. But this is in the Wall Street Journal today, and it's the question headline was, are therapists to blame for the rise of adults cutting off their parents? And so before like 10 or 15 years ago, in therapy, communication, boundaries, repairing relationships, that was kind of like the fundamentals of these. And then that changed at a certain point, which became more about, which is an understandable point of view, which is, hey, just because you were born into this family doesn't mean you have to keep subjecting yourself to these things that are making you not happy. Now, the question is, do they come to that conclusion too soon, too early? And do they assume every family is the same? So nearly 10% of Americans are estranged from a parent or child at any given time. In a survey of 7,000 estranged parents, 1/3 believe their adult child's therapist influenced or recommended the cutoff. And the question really, from the parent's point of view, is like, well, they didn't call me in. So you're basically giving this advice based on one side of the story. Like it's always, of course, that's your client, but it's a hell of a heavy duty piece of advice to give somebody to cut their parents off without talking to the parents or knowing what their situation is. Anyway, so I don't know if you follow this, but I know you like the therapy stuff. I don't know. I'm like Jared. Hey, Autumn, you'll like this one.
Yeah,
it's
about
about
vacuum and therapy. It's
Yes.
got therapists and vacuum cleaners. You got
Go
this.
ahead.
I think my first thought is I think it's strange to blame a therapist. It takes all of the the onus or the child's ability to think for themselves. It's like, well, the therapist recommended it, and so they're just following what the therapist did. It has nothing to do with what the child might be feeling, the adult child, not just child, but the adult child, or what or their ability to take in what I have to say. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's the first strange thing.
Well, but what I would say though is it is kind of, you are only hearing, it might be true, it might be 100% true, but you can't know. You're only hearing one side of the story.
No, I don't disagree about the one side. I'm talking about the parent blaming the therapist for recommending it, because if just because someone recommends it doesn't mean that they have to do it. It takes away all of the agency of the adult child to make these decisions for themselves.
Yes, that makes sense. Or do we looking at it just in percentages though? Like how often should it really be? I mean, getting outside of the therapist client relationship.
Okay.
Like just in general, that should be kind of seen as the nuclear button. Just cut yourself off as opposed to, well, let's start here. And I don't know. I'm not in therapy. I don't know how long it takes to get there.
I would like to talk about not the extremes,
right?
Not the people that just decide to take it forever, to take the abuse forever just because they're parents, and not the people that, they mention one thing and the parent, pushes back and then they're just cut off. I don't mean those people. Down the middle, the normal range, I think it's not something that's easily done, like a decision that's easily made. And I bet there's lots and lots and lots of conversations that have happened outside of therapy with the person that they're trying to gray rock or estrange from themselves, about boundaries that they're requesting, even bringing up past trauma or past things that not even trauma, just stuff that bothered them. And then the parent might not be able to handle taking that information in and saying oh, I did something that hurt you, not on purpose. I didn't mean to do it. but they might feel so ashamed and blamed, that they can't look inward and accept it.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, and I don't really understand that as somebody who's 62, who's, raised a couple of kids. I just have come to the conclusion that was terrible. I'm just like, I'm not holding it like, oh, I'm going to create this image in my mind and you have nothing to complain about.
Some people can't do that, right? Because they can't, they have to have such a strong enough shell to protect themselves that they can't take the criticism of their child, and then who knows, lots of billions of things could happen. Then they start punishing them in a way that's, saying snide comments and being passive aggressive and, and then playing the victim. Who knows?
Well,
lots of reasons.
Exactly. I mean, I doubt my kids ever dealt with any passive aggressive behavior.
Never.
It's not like it's not like that's my brand or anything. The reason this is coming up is this has now been going on for 10 years or so, or more than that, in therapy, and there are people who are now really regretting it. Like 10 years later, 15 years later, it is a big move because you're cutting off your future children from their it's something to really, really think about. All right, Alex Williams says it's still a crowded ride through downtown.
Yeah, just not finding much relief this afternoon, Eric. I'm looking right now at a jam cam on 400 southbound at Lenox Road, and there is a crash. Yep, I see it, 400 southbound, just below the Lenox Road on-ramp. It's in the right lane, so that's adding to the delays. You'll briefly see a little bit of an improvement once you get past that, just to jam up again right around Sidney Marcus. Delays stay with you. The heaviest of them, 75-85 south down to Cortlandt Street and Freedom Parkway. Still jammed in northbound, 75-85 north from Langford Parkway up to Freedom Parkway. And on I-20 westbound, some trouble just cleared out of the right lane into Cab at Panola Road, exit 71. So if you're in that backup right around Stonecrest or Lithonia, just hang in there. Those delays will start to improve. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Here we are. The hot and humid Georgia days are back, and this is the time of the year your AC could be tested, running harder than ever. This is Scott Slade, and if your air conditioning is having trouble answering the bell, I have good news. Ragsdale Heating and Air is here to keep you and your family cool and save you money. Right now, you can get up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And along with their terrific service, here's something else homeowners like me really love about Ragsdale. Your new system comes with Ragsdale's own exclusive 15-year parts and labor warranty. That means zero repair costs till 2041. No stress, no out-of-pocket, just comfort for years to come. Ragsdale is your go-to team for plumbing, electrical, and insulation, too. All under one roof, all with the same dependable service. I'm still loving my kitchen lighting they installed years ago. Why choose Ragsdale? More than 13,000 five-star reviews, and many of their employees have been with the company 10, 20, even 30 years. Scheduling is easy, too. Book online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Proud supporters of iPaw Rescue, a nonprofit founded by legendary business activist Carl Icahn, where 100% of donations go to saving dogs' lives. That's AAMCO.
Hey, Georgia, we've got some good news. At Georgia Power, we're lowering rates to help you save. That's right. We're delivering the reliable, dependable energy you count on every day at a lower cost. Because reliability isn't just about keeping you connected. It's about helping you where it matters most, providing the power you expect and the savings you deserve. Day in and day out. Now how about that for some good news? Learn more at georgiapower.com/good news.
In Georgia, roaches are everywhere. Your home needs protection inside and out, so let Breda Pest Management in and keep those rancid roaches out.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top story, Secretary Pete Hegseth is grilled by Georgia Senator John Ossoff about the Iran war.
You said on day 14, Iran's military had been, quote, destroyed and, quote, made combat ineffective. Yes or no, was that an accurate statement?
What the American military has done to the
question?
Iranian military is a historic military
Will you
defeat,
answer the
and
question
they're ineffective
under oath?
in that context.
As the war escalates, members of the Trump administration go to Capitol Hill asking for more money.
What they're essentially saying is that the war in Iran has cost a certain figure of taxpayer dollars, and so they need a chunk of this $87+ billion package. It's about $60 billion worth to fund the Pentagon's coffers, to continue U.S. troops at their current level of readiness in Iran.
Reporter Jay O'Brien on Capitol Hill. It is 89 degrees now in Atlanta. When do better rain and storm chances arrive? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. The FBI gives new details today on the massive security effort to keep the 500,000 fans in Atlanta for World Cup activities safe. Many drones were seized for violating flight restrictions.
We had 95 here in Atlanta. So if you think about it, we had a large portion of those seizures because there were 11 host cities. So definitely we had a good chunk of them here in Atlanta.
FBI Atlanta Special Agent in Charge Marlo Graham says there were about 700 at all the World Cup sites in the U.S. Almost all of them that were seized were hobbyists. Most will likely get their drones back after paying a fine. A major crackdown on human trafficking in Atlanta during World Cup activities. The feds announced today over 150 arrests, including 11 for child exploitation. Homeland Security Stephen Schrank says one of the most egregious perpetrators came to Atlanta after arranging a meetup online with a girl he thought was 14.
He arrived at this meetup location with a shotgun and body armor in his vehicle.
He calls Operation Red Card a success in keeping the city safe. France is putting limits on social media use for young people. Mike Dubuski reports it's similar to a bill adopted by Australia last year.
French Parliament has adopted a measure that would ban children under 15 from using social media. Outgoing French President Emmanuel Macron says he wants the new law to take effect at the beginning of the new school year, though the measure is currently under review to see if it violates the country's constitution. It would require tech companies to ban accounts they suspect of belonging to those under 15. How that's done would be in the hands of the tech firms.
The Red Cross is in dire need of blood.
With summer vacations and altered routines, it's not unusual for the Red Cross to face a shortage of blood donors. But the Red Cross's Garrett Reed says we're only a few days away from a critical shortage.
When we get into an appeal like this, we really are urging all blood donors, all blood types to come out so that we can stock the shelves so that those units are available for our hospital partners.
Reed says they want to make sure no patient has to go without blood this summer. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A new way for you to afford a new iPhone or home computer.
Hoping it's going to boost demand and sales of new gadgets, next week Apple is launching the Apple Upgrade Service, a subscription plan. Users can lease a new iPhone, Mac computer, iPad, or an Apple Watch. And at the end of the lease, you can keep the one you're using for a fee, return it when the lease ends, or during the terms of those lease, upgrade to a brand new model. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
Tropical storm Bertha is skirting the Florida Panhandle. Correspondent Victor Oquendo reports the storm is heading for New Orleans.
Tonight and into tomorrow, the wind will really start to pick up. Some of those gusts could hit 50 miles per hour. We're talking about tropical storm force winds, and we're expecting heavy rain and thunderstorms at times. Some areas might see 6 inches of rain, and in a city like New Orleans, that could have a major impact.
It is 6:34 and time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Well, We were hoping to get the ride better toward Midtown Bill. Not going to happen now. New travel advisory: crash 85 southbound at Cheshire Bridge Road, Lennox Road, exit number 88. It is knocking out the HOV lane, another car in part of the right lane, and debris scattered all across the roadway. No first responders on scene yet, so it's only going to get worse before it gets better. That means using Buford Highway as your alternate there. I'm looking for new trouble right now in Cobb County, 75 southbound, a crash before North Marietta Parkway. I'm going to spin the jam cam and see what lane is blocked, but it's already slowing the ride back toward I-575. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies for this evening, mainly dry, though an isolated rain shower can't be ruled out. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Scattered rain showers in the North Georgia mountains may make their way into the northern suburbs for tomorrow evening. By Thursday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms all across the metro area. Daytime highs in the mid-80s. Rain showers will stick around through the rest of this week and into this weekend.
On Storm Tracker radar right now, we're picking up a few spotty rain showers around metro Atlanta, but nothing widespread. It is 87 in Noonan, 89 in Midtown, and 89 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
One thing that makes D. Geller & Son unique is they're not just a jewelry store, they're jewelers. Atlanta has trusted D. Geller & Son Jewelers for 87 years, 3 generations, because their jewelers are true experts. Decades of experience, education, and expertise, so you know your jewelry will be taken care of. And it's not just repairs. When was the last time you had your jewelry appraised? There are plenty of jewelry stores out there, but D. Geller's been Atlanta's most trusted jeweler since 1939. In Kennesaw and Sandy Springs or at dgeller.com.
Waiting for the right time to replace those drafty, rotting old windows? Now's the time. NG Windows is having their biggest sale of the year. Save 24% off, plus up to 12 months, no interest, no payments. Upgrade to beautiful Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows now and save 24% off. Hurry, sale ends July 31st. Window and door shopping made simple.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Hi, I'm Joe Wiersbicky, Master Certified Technician at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. When you bring your Lexus in for service with us, it's thoroughly inspected, and it's my job to fix it right the first time, every time. Experience amazing at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. 800 New Lexus.
Mega firms send a paralegal. Steelhorse sends a lawyer. SteelhorseLaw.com.
Men, if ED or PE is affecting your performance in the bedroom, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's performance in the bedroom in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Even when Viagra and Cialis have failed, men are now lasting longer than ever. Right now, your consultation and first treatment are free. Call Priority Men's Medical Center now at 404-885-8885 or PriorityMen'sMedical.com.
Turn on the microphone, Eric Von Hessler. That has been achieved. Now I can let people know that Carathon this week, Thursday and Friday. It says here July 23rd and July 24th, but I think just at this point saying Thursday and Friday.
That's appropriate.
It's Thursday and Friday of this week.
That's appropriate.
We'll be doing the Carathon for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, the Arthur M. Blank Hospital, the home of the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorders Center. We have raised $36 million. WSB Carathon has raised more than $36 million for research, fellowship, and family support services at the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorders Center, and we're going to do it again this year, and you're going to resist Eric Von Hessler at first, but like a magic trick, by the time I go off the air on Friday, you will have given me some of your money. I don't want you to give, well, not given me, you've given to the charity, you've given to CHOA. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to get your money. So you can resist. Actually, it's kind of fun, It's kind of fun to go through all those steps.
It's like dating, right? In the beginning.
A little bit.
First, she doesn't like you, but in reality, she kind of does.
As I always say,
first she says no, but you know she means yes.
Yeah.
She'll come around.
All right, during the Carathon thing, let's not go there. So, as I always say, we don't want you to give one penny more than you can, but we ask that you give as much as you can. Now, we usually have 3 lunches This is $2,000, and you get to have lunch with your favorite radio show, the Von Hessler Doctrine. And 2 of those 3 have already been taken, but there is one.
That's right.
Of those left.
Tuesday, August 11th, for $2,000, you could have lunch with us.
And we have lunch. We sit around. It's like having lunch with anybody. There's no. You're not gonna deal with 7 of our handlers or anything like that. We show up at a restaurant.
Tim wants to bring his handlers.
Well, I know. But we sit down at a restaurant together, and for an hour and a half or so, we break bread, and it's we've never had a bad one. We've been doing these for years.
Chips.
We eat a lot of chips because usually we're at Ted's.
Yes.
A lot of
it will be at
chips.
Ted's this time, too, yes.
So that one's on the table. There's also your pub crawl.
That's right. That's going to be on Friday, October 9th from 7 to 11 p.m. English Nick and I take you on a ride through the Highlands. $100 for that.
Is that $100 for each or a pair?
$100 for a pair.
Okay, $100 for a pair.
So that's always a blast. And Eric admitted yesterday that he's going to go on the crawl if he bombs during his comedy night.
Yeah, that's why I'm because the comedy night, Jeff Foxworthy is the headliner again. Thankfully, thanks to him, and then some personalities, myself, Dave Baker, Mark Aram. I believe Shelley is joining us.
Shelley is doing a set too.
So that'll be interesting. I was able to get away with entertaining the crowd with stories of nightmares from when I did do comedy last time. That's all the material I had. So this time you may be this may be the one worth jumping in on. You just might see Eric Von Hessler bomb. I'm not going to try to bomb. I'm going to do what I can. But this time around, I'm not going to, have a little magic act like I did last time, which is I know this will make people laugh because it's self-deprecating and I can tell some really funny stories. This time, I'm actually going to sit down and write an act.
Ooh. Oh, I love this. I'll be there. I'll be in the crowd.
How long?
I think it's like 8 minutes.
Okay.
Which, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If things are going well, 8 minutes goes by like no problems whatsoever. If things get off to a rocky start, it's like being up there an hour. But you know what? I do it for the kids. So there's always that chance. It can't go any bad way for you. You get there and Eric actually kills. Well, that was a wonderful moment. But you see Eric bomb, you've got a story to tell your friends for the next year or so.
I like it. It's the Kill Tony format.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Bring your own gong. You can gong me while I'm up there. So what are the tickets? What's the price on
$500 for a pair, and that will be on Wednesday, September 23rd at 7 p.m.
And we had a packed house last year.
It was fun.
Jeff Foxworthy was great. Everybody was great. It was a lot of fun, and it was a real enjoyable experience. The whole room really had a great time. So where would people go if they want to get these things?
You would go to WSBradio.com. And right on the main page, you just click the little Carathon button, and it takes you to either the general donate page, or you can look for these incentive items. So there's all kinds of choices from all of your favorite WSB hosts. Of course, you want to get one of the incentive items from our show, but if you want to get bourbon and butts from Eric Erickson, you could do that too.
Yeah, the money all goes to the same place, and that's what we care about, the children at Children's Health Care.
Yes.
So, Autumn, Is it getting better where you are as far as the Canadian wildfire fallout, the smoke in the sky? I think you were telling me the other day that you guys were getting it in the Baltimore area.
We got it last week, like the end of last week.
Okay,
but
so
it rained over the weekend, so it made everything so much better. So I think a high score of terrible air is like in the 30s. Mm-hmm. And we were at like 500 something.
Oh no! Yeah, I saw some scenes from New York, and it was just like it's a weird deal where you're just like
you can like taste it.
You're eating the sky. It's like the sky is supposed to be above your head, and it's just like right there. It's in front of your face. According to
the sun was all orange and cool looking.
Yeah, that's the other thing is you get the greatest sunsets. Pollution creates beautiful sunsets because it breaks breaks up the light more, and you get a bigger palette of colors. So it says here AccuWeather. Now it's right in their name that they're accurate, but I don't know. They name themselves. So, but
they claim to be accurate.
They claim to be accurate. And it says Canada wildfire smoke to be a periodic problem into August, but it says here across Midwest and Northeast. So you may get a little dip of it, but I think it's going to be more concentrated in New York State, Massachusetts, places like that.
Yeah.
But it's going to keep on cropping up. And I guess these were natural. This is not these wildfires. I guess they had a lot of thunderstorms.
Have them all the time, right?
Yeah, but now they're and so apparently Trump said something to
get a hold of
Carney.
your smoke.
Yeah, I was like, what am I supposed to do? The prime minister,
Well, figure it out.
So I don't know what Canada's supposed to do otherwise. Now I'm sure you could look at it. Do they clear the brush as much as they should? With these thunderstorms, if you know that
wildfires
lightning
are
is
supposed
coming.
to happen.
No, they are, but there's a little bit of a thing that been going on for a long time. You have some environmentalists who don't want to remove brush for some reason. They think it's good for the environment, and then you have people who say, yeah, but when the wildfire starts, if you haven't removed the brush, then they go wild. So I don't know what the Canadian. This was a conversation we were having a couple of years ago about the California wildfires. I don't know what the policies are in Canada, but certainly, wildfires are going to happen. But again, they've always happened up there, and we don't get this all the time.
Some of the things that were happening out west when the wildfires were happening there was because they were doing too much to prevent them. And they were like overreaching, which made the fires last longer.
Well,
you get more fires but less damage.
Okay, that's one point of view. There are people who disagree with that point of view, and the people who disagree with that point of view say that basically it's from this brush. But I don't know everything about it. I know environmentalists for some reason don't want to clear the brush. I don't know why. Yes,
there's a really good NPR. One of those NPR shows.
What side? What side do you think?
We talked to noted environmentalist and leftist John Firehater,
and then mouth-breathing conservative idiot Carl.
And by the way, I'm sure Ken's going to give you a call. They do compete with us. All right, go ahead.
Now,
we never will listen to any radio stations other than WSB. You know that.
I'm so
Autumn.
sorry.
And they
Never
don't even
tell us
exist.
that the temperature outside is 90.1.
Yeah, the fact that it's so damn hot, I'm sure, is having something to do with the smoke hanging out for much longer.
I have to give you guys this app that is so cool. It's called fire.air now, and then you can go to the website .gov. But
are you a firebug? Are you a
No. It's just really like when you look at it and you see the amount of wildfires. I mean, look, I'm zooming in on the Hudson Bay there. There's so many of them.
Here's the problem with maps like that. It makes them all look like they're equal. All right, like
when you click on them individually, it tells you how many acres there are.
Okay, all right. When
But
you
it's
look at
a
the
cool
whole
app,
map,
though.
you go, "Oh my God, the entire country's on fire."
And then it shows you the air quality based on like where the fires are. So
Yes.
it's like, okay, so really,
we're doing good here, right?
We're doing great
We're
here.
doing good.
Florida's got several wildfires.
They
going
always
on,
have them.
which is kind of crazy when you think.
I'm going to go start one right now. Let me know if you shows up.
All right, Autumn. Okay, we're taking score here.
Well, it's Florida. I always blame it. Isn't it like Florida made God mad or something? And that's like, that's what I don't know. The stories I've been hearing is God's mad at Florida. Something about Disney and their policies. I don't know what it is. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 85 South in Northeast Atlanta.
Yeah, quite a mess here, Eric. 85 southbound, right at Cheshire Bridge Road, Lennox Road, exit number 88. It is knocking out the HOV lane. Heroes holding about 3 center lanes right now, trying to clean up some debris. They got a ways to go before this crash clears. That's the reason for the jam. Leaving North Druid Hills Road, you can always use Buford Highway as an alternate. Crash 75 southbound in Marietta. Quickly moved to the right shoulder before North Marietta Parkway, but delays continue through Marietta down toward Truist Park. A lot of that due to that 285 construction. Don't forget it's in both directions, and Smyrna and Vinings. Right lane blocked both ways between South Atlanta Road and Paces Ferry. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates, personal injury law firm. John Foy & Associates have been fighting and winning accident cases against big rig trucks for years. Let them get the most money for you. Call John Foy, the strong arm, today. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The WSB Radio Carathon is this Thursday and Friday.
And we want to thank our friends over at Jim Ellis Automotive, Coolray, Finley Roofing, and Sudlow Concrete.
Thank you very much
for their contribution and continued support for the kids at the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorders Center at Children's.
Thank you for all your support.
You can donate right now at WSBradio.com/Carathon.
Won't you please donate?
While your roof battles the elements, families in our community are battling much worse. It's Dave Baker for Finley Roofing, the roof guys. Once again, Finley is proud to support the WSB Carathon, benefiting the Aflac Cancer Center of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. You get a new roof, and families get hope. Findlay will donate $100 from every roof replacement now through July 24th for a minimum donation of $10,000. FindlayRoofing.com.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with Home Tap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a Home Tap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorney.
Sweet James, the only firm to call if you're hurt in a crash. 800-9-million and sweetjames.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Georgia Power is here for you with programs, tools, and incentives that lower your bill. But we also have a few ways you can save right now. Unplug devices like TVs when they're not being used, or use a power strip you can switch off. Make sure you're only using the lights you need. Change out your HVAC filter and make sure your vents are clear. Set your thermostat at 78 for max efficiency. But every degree closer helps, because everything we save on energy can be better spent being there for the people we care about. Visit georgiapower.com for more energy-saving tips.
Roaches are everywhere. Let Breda in and keep those rotten roaches out. Breda is also proud to sponsor Scott Slade's Georgia every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Lenny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
All right, this story was in the bin from yesterday. I didn't get to it. But talk about a terror. Now, this is terrifying. Not enough for me to actually read the story, so I don't know how it happened to the guy.
Well, it's too scary.
It's too scary. I don't want to know the details.
More terrifying than the end of the universe story from the 3 o'clock hour?
That's what I'm saying. That if
nice
the levels,
producing, Jared. Bring it back.
Hey. So I get paid the big bucks.
This is I don't know if he just did it the wrong way or if this can happen. I don't wear contact lenses, so this is not going to happen to me. Contact lenses caused parasite to eat my eye. Now I need it removed. Yikes. I didn't read it. Is he talking about having the parasite removed or the eyeball?
Maybe he just wants the parasite evicted.
Can you get this out of my eye?
A contact lens wearer. Is that the best way to put it? A contact lens wearer.
Sure.
Average person.
Who routinely wore lenses all day has revealed how a rare eye infection has left her facing the loss of her eye while another tells how delayed diagnosis almost cost him his sight. Oh, these are two different people.
Oh, my God.
Well, at least they get to wear patches.
Yeah, they both look like.
Do they know each other?
They look like Kiss without the makeup. I don't know how people ended up looking like that. So the first one lady, she wore contact lenses from morning to night. You're not supposed to do that, right?
No.
Like you're supposed to.
No, you're supposed to take them out.
It's like my flipper tooth. I have to take it out at night.
You keep it in a jar by your bed with Polydent in it. Effervescence.
Are you asking me if I'm near my deathbed? Is that what you're asking me?
That's when people put their teeth in a jar.
My mom used to have her teeth in a jar next time.
Oh, God.
Well,
soak them in water all night.
No, I put it in the medicine cabinet.
Oh, okay.
It's waiting for me there in the morning. So I don't know. I haven't read this story, but I guess there's more than one parasite to worry about in this whole world.
Well, Claire,
not just the one who gives you explosive diarrhea, but the one who eats your eyeball.
Claire Buxton, she's 46 years old. She said she woke up and it felt like a grain of sand was trapped in her eye.
But it was really a parasite?
It was really a parasite.
It started eating her eye.
Ugh. Yum. Yum, yum.
I mean, yeah, from the point of view of the parasite, sure.
I love eyeballs.
Well, she's going to be all right. She's going to be all right. That's why it's okay that we're laughing.
Oh, good.
We're not
Phew,
bad
great.
people. We're not bad
Claire,
people.
you okay?
We're not bad people. She's going to be all right.
Claire.
All right. That music is telling us two things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. And you know us. We're good people. We do what we're told. Shelley Winter is up next. What?
And he saw the Odyssey, a little tease. He's gonna talk about that.
Oh, yeah. Shelley Winter saw the Odyssey.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, don't. Hey.
You wrote the tease. I hate it.
Tune in to find out. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.
6:56.